of omens, give me sight beyond sight.
It is Wednesday, my dudes. It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Fucking.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, and you may find yourself in another part of the world, and you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile. And you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife, and you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Letting the days go by, letting the water hold me down, letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again after the money's gone. Once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. And you may ask yourself, how do I work this? And you may ask yourself, where is that large automobile? And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful house. And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful wife. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again after the money's gone. Once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog.
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. What up? What up? Excuse me. What's up, y'all? Welcome to this week's B2P. Thank you for joining us. Let's go. Woo! We're super stoked to have the one and only Spagoo FPV joining us tonight. Look the fuck out.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Shout out to the pilot of the week, the only one, Phoenix FPV. That shit was hot. What's up? Happy birthday to Fat Straps Steve. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Chad, is it Nowak or Novak? Novak?
Nowak.
Nowak, right?
Yeah, no whack.
Nowak, sorry. I should.
Nowak?
Nowak? Happy birthday, Chad Nowak.
I'm glad.
Oh, happy birthday,
Bro, he's
Fun.
an OG, man.
And motherfucking Surge. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Happy birthday, Serge.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, y'all.
Birthday, dude.
Shout out as usual to Risco and Waldo and everybody here with us tonight. Love you guys. How y'all doing? What's up, Raph
What up, what
FPV? I saw 8-Bit in the house. Tint's in here. What's good, man? How you doing?
on,
Good,
guys.
Darkwing.
What up, what up?
Coming out the woodwork and shit. What's up? Brutal. What's up, man? How you guys doing this week? Dude, I don't know. I don't think the porn bot's
Chilling.
working.
The porn bot's not
We've
working.
been getting away with a lot.
Porn, Chronos.
I think they changed it. I think they changed their algorithm.
Oh, I'm sure we could get it here if we.
All right, is that the goal for tonight? Or are we?
No,
Are we working
it's not
towards
necessarily the goal, but now the stupid anti-porn bot. That bot. Anyways, it's fine.
Anti-porn bot?
The Chronos for the Pegasus.
Yeah. So what's up? We got fucking Spagoo in the house. What's good, man? How you doing?
Doing all right. Just got back from trying to find my DJI FPV drone. Terrifying.
We've been
Lasted,
chuckling about
10
this
minutes,
story.
not even 10.
How long did it last?
Dude, it left like not even 8 minutes. Not even in FPV mode. Not
all
even
that
manual
shit.
mode. Like full blown like DJI mode with no
DJI'd
macro
again.
at all. Just going backwards and just like
Oh, there we go.
Completely restricted.
Like,
I'm pretty sure they source their frame out to like Mattel or something like that.
Good.
what the frames?
Kids-
I mean, it's
yeah,
pretty,
like kids
pretty
toys.
flimsy.
I don't know,
I'm
bro.
just
My
trying to
my
check it
AT my AT lasted longer than that shit. Fucking what's up, Kenner? What's up? Maybe they need to have a toy manufacturer
I'm
making
not
it.
sure that I've seen an
Right?
FPV drone together.
What do you
No,
mean?
I have.
Almost
Almost
every
That's
picture
exactly like that.
or one I've ever seen
Has
has
been-
that broken.
has a broken
I'm
arm?
putting it on my banger. I'm telling you, I'm gonna put it on my banger. I think
Everything?
I really might.
Bro,
Yeah,
yo,
why
not
It's like,
not
dude,
for
everything is
nothing.
like this, right
Not
here.
for nothing. You
It's
can pretty
this
much
tall.
full throttle that bitch like crazy,
the
and it
thing's got
doesn't
cool
fucking.
Dude, it's got
Okay.
no balls. Just saying. I wanna put
I've
some
seen somebody
2806
ripping
on
it
that.
pretty fast, but not necessarily ripping it hard. Like I've seen somebody basically like do an orbit around a fucking smokestack, basically full throttle. You know, wee
Yeah, it
like
moves.
full tilt. It will
It
move,
doesn't have
but
any lower end though. That's
Nah.
what kind of sucks. Like when you
Josh
punch
is
it.
insane. He fucking spanged the shit out of that. I've seen that happen.
Dude, I spanged it. I didn't crash it. Like I was spanging
Well,
it really
so-
low.
no, you crashed it
So
trying
how
to
did
do.
you crash?
You crashed it trying to do a cinematic shot, right? Like basically.
Yeah, I was literally FPV DJI mode, just like with the camera tilted down and just
Oh,
like going
Jesus.
backwards. And I think I might have been like doing like 50, at least 50. And like it just because the stick throw on that controller is just so short. I'm not used to it. I must have been moving, and like I didn't realize how far I traveled between.
Right.
Like I was in an open field, a huge open field, and then I was just in a pine tree.
Fucking pine tree came out and DDT.
And then the problem is like FPV drone. No joke, I probably could have spanged out of that thing. But the problem is like when that thing hit, it just total fail safe.
I mean-
shut down the motors on me. Like I couldn't try to fight out of it. It was just like bye.
What up, Sky Fox? Welcome. I'm not sure I've seen that name in the chat before.
Yeah, it's usually what I do when I get
Raph?
stuck in a tree. I fight for the
Dude, just go
drone's
for
life.
it. Right.
Right.
I mean, I had no choice. I had no
Moment you disarm,
no
it's-
chance to with those carbon fibers. That's for sure. Those things probably blew up immediately. Like immediately.
How
I
much?
didn't
How
find
much
one of
work?
them.
How
They were
much
all
are the carbon fibers for the FPV drone?
I think they were like $25 on Amazon.
25 a set?
No, yeah, for
I
like
think they're like
yeah, 4 of
16
them. I
for
just
16
needed some
bucks for
props,
2.
so.
25 bucks
Yeah,
a set for
wait.
5-inch
that's
props? Is that what
Yeah,
we?
no,
Are we
it's
is that what we're
stupid
actually saying?
expensive.
It's DJI fucking props.
when I worked at Best Buy, we sold them on that thing. They were like fucking $16 for a pack of 2.
Yeah.
Like
I
Jesus.
did
4
get
props,
the-
Damn.
2
I did
propellers.
get the
Wait,
converter.
So
adapter
it's not
for
using a
running-
tradition. What's the mount? I'd actually never pay too much. What's the actual
Yeah,
mount?
what is
It's like
proprietary?
a popo kind of mount. Like it clicks in.
Clicks in.
Like it kind of like clicks and then like goes
They
under
make
the
a-
grooves and then pops up.
They make an adapter so you can
that-
run other props.
Yeah, I ordered those.
Like actual
so I can
props?
just use like any kind of prop.
Yeah, you can
Yep.
you can run any props you want.
How
once
much-
you get the adapter?
Torque can this adapter take?
So what I looked
Not
at, it
sure.
said 5-inch 4 pitch, I think. So I'm probably gonna put 5.5s on that thing.
You're gonna put 5.5s
See what
on it?
happens.
What
Yeah,
pitch?
I bet you it can handle more than 4 pitch. That's what it says it's rated for, like the actual.
Oh, you're gonna run
gun,
5-inch,
four
not
pitch.
5.5 inch. You're gonna run 5-inch 50.
No,
five,
five.
Hey, don't you
I
have,
got
don't you
yeah.
have Total Tech for Best Buy?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yo, just take that shit to Best Buy and be like, yo, this broke.
Well, I mean, I just bought it like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
it should have like a Geek Squad thing on
Yo,
it, right?
take it from
Dude,
somebody.
I don't
like
even
that.
have time
Take
for
it
that.
there.
I'm just gonna like duct
They'll
tape
send
it
you a
up.
new one, bro.
I just want
Just
you.
get a duct tape it.
I want you to just.
some duct tape and
They'll
worry
give
free.
you.
All right,
they'll
no,
give
no,
you your
no,
credit
no.
back.
Seriously, you should go take it back, get a new one, but then worry free the fuck out of it when you get it.
Yeah.
So just making a giant blob of fucking worry free.
Just ask like the comment, like, hey, can I get a gallon? Do you guys have like a paint can gallon?
You're like a half gallon of worry free.
Just pour it on top.
Just make a mold.
Just be like, hey,
And just,
I landed.
just
and it
like, you know,
happened.
set it in the mold and then pour the worry free in and fucking, you know, give it a minute.
Dude, it's like if it only could take that, like it fell down the tree, like the pine tree, like slowly, and then like landed in like soft ground mud, and it broke an arm. No, I'm sorry, it didn't break the arm. The arm actually is still there, but like where you take the arm off, that's still there. It's like the middle part, like the entire frame, like the middle frame is the entire frame. Like, when I looked at it, I was like, dude, I have to take everything off. Everything off.
So nobody's done a frame replacement yet for that thing, huh?
I've never seen one.
Yeah, I've not.
I just ordered the middle frame.
Because like if I was gonna buy the Avada, I would get the Axis flying kit with their motors and the carbon and just do it right out the gate. Fuck it, you know what I mean?
There is conversions.
There's a conversion for the Avada, yeah.
Because
Because you know how the Avada has that crazy washout when you do hard yaw or whatever. Axis says their frame solves that. I don't exactly know what the actual issue was in the first place. If it's just like whoop wash, I don't know.
Yeah, if you did like hard yaw movements, it would basically decent.
wash out. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tune those things, or is it just rates?
No, it's just rates.
Yeah, that's the only issue.
Yeah,
like,
that's the issue right there. They wouldn't have to go through all this fucking bullshit of replacing motors and finding props that make it not wash out when they could just be like, oh, it's probably just has too much D-gain or something like that.
Too much P on yaw.
It needs a lot of P and a lot of I and a lot of D.
Fucking
yeah, they do. All their drones feel loosey-goosey. It's like they're running extremely low PIDs.
Right.
You think
and then you have just
craft.
like a floating camera too. That's like where you see a lot of your jiggles. Even though it's semi-locks, but like I can still, while I'm in FPV manual mode, I can adjust. Don't ever do it. Is adjust the actual tilt and pitch of the camera.
Don't ever do it.
I went from I was low. I went from 25 normal, and then I started messing with it, and it just the dial. It went so fast. It went up straight up to 60. And I was just it just started going diving immediately. And then I went from that to negative.
Oh, because it's it adjusts the angle of the camera physically, but also it actually fucking tilts the quad, right? When you're
no.
Or no.
In whatever mode I was in, is that I could adjust the camera this way while I was flying in acro mode. No joke. I mean, I know I was going upside down a minute before that, and then I just wanted to I wanted to flat it out so I can land, because that drone's weird to land. I mean, I crashed every time I landed. I crashed.
Why is it weird to land?
Just grab it out of the air.
It's just because it's I guess it's the high legs on it and everything. I just don't know where. It's just the whole entire controller sucks. Thanks, Greg, for telling me not to use that on my other drones. I had last night. I had them.
What the fucking
DJI controller?
In my 03 to try it out.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm gonna use this. I was like, have fun.
Yeah. Dude, I went on sim and I tried that controller. I crashed immediately because the stick throw is like a quarter of even a Tango.
If you're into turning your drones into submarines, by all means, fly that.
I wouldn't even made it to the field.
Well, I mean,
obviously I didn't.
I'd be real curious. I would love. I don't have the DJI radio, although but I would love to see the effect if you are using the DJI control link and you're using the wrong antennas on the air unit. If you change out to certain antennas, what if any is the impact? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because DJI control link is 2.4, right? And in the antennas that come with an 03 or whatever, they're dual band to help accommodate for that. So if you swap them out to just pure 5.8s, you're gonna have link, but it's gonna suffer because it's the antenna. The antennas aren't actually tuned to 2.4. They'll accept 2.4 and they'll get something, but I'm curious what the actual quantifiable difference is. You know what I mean? Like, how much range do you lose? Because I know, like, if you do it with Express LRS, I think you get about a quarter range, for example. So if you have the wrong Express LRS antenna tuning, so to speak, like, you know what I mean?
It depends on like where you're flying too. So like if you have a lot of like
I've never tried
whatever, it's like, all right, that's like a different like range of it. Yeah, I got 40 kilometers.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
But like, I could not do that.
You might be cool in the, you might be cool if you're just chilling in the forest, fucking flying around. But if you're like in a spot where there's a lot of fucking RF, and then you got the wrong shit, you might fail safe in a situation where you're only 50 feet away, where you normally wouldn't. You know what I mean? I'm just curious about that because theoretically, that's the. Something to be aware of, you know what I mean? If you're flying O3 or Vista and you're using a DJI remote, like if you start playing with your antennas, you might need to think about that. I don't,
Are there better antennas for the O3? Or is it?
Well, if you're not using
others that people use,
you could definitely swap antennas. And
I mean, is it worth it, or is it like?
Well,
I mean, I've beat the shit out of this particular antenna, and it doesn't look nice anymore.
I mean,
but it still
works. It took me a month and a half to get a mount and fucking TPU.
As long as you're not using Link, you could use any 5.8 antenna out there.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I know some guys are swapping to right hand because they don't want to have to deal with having a bunch of left hand. You know what I mean? And so you swap your goggles to right hand, and then you just run right hands on everything. You can do that, But like I said, if you're running the DJI remote, that's something to be aware of because there's not a.
You can't change the antenna on the radio. Yeah,
I don't think
right. Well, the antenna on the radio, but it's 2.4, and if you swap out the antennas to 5.8 pures, because what comes with it is dual band, and so in RF, there's two things you get. Any dual band antennas generally aren't really good at either band, right? They're just it's much better to have like a pure 5.8 antenna or a pure fucking 2.4 or a pure 900 or whatever it is you're actually using. You'll get the best signal and noise and fucking everything from making sure everything's aligned right. And then you have the left-hand, right-handed thing consideration as well. So theoretically, though, because the L3 is technically diversity dual band, right? It's a single antenna, but it's basically two.
It's plugged into two UFOs.
What's up, John? How the fuck you doing, man?
What up, man?
So, yeah, I haven't been able to. I haven't put hands on the DJI remote at any of the DJI remotes. So
yeah, me neither.
I'll never do it.
Yeah, some people like them, man. I mean, if you like it,
like you said, they're really short throw. It feels like a PlayStation controller.
It feels super smooth, but at the same time, you have to definitely run sim for like a good amount of time to
get you adjust
complete muscle memory and used to that. Because like that, I'll tell you right now, like I immediately went from like I could fly to like it was my first time, and I couldn't even do like a flick forward without
because
like,
the fucking throw is so short.
Everything just mixes so weird.
There's like no resolution to it.
Right.
The sticks are like so.
Yeah, super short.
Can you tighten them up?
Like
Can you tighten them up?
Is there? So.
See, I couldn't figure that out.
Can you extend them out for any further?
I mean, see, that's another thing is that they're so short.
No, but
no.
I think.
But
was it Darkwing Duck that did that?
Doom Rider in the house. What's good, man?
Was it Duck? I can't remember. It was somebody that fucking made. Oh no, it was fucking It was cementkidd. He was talking about that.
Dude, that's what I do with like my M4s. I just literally super glue M3s or 2.5s under the M4s and then just screw them onto my Tango. Because I have so many M4s from my XT60 and it works perfect. You got any M3s?
Spang. Darkwing says he loosens his up. You loosen yours up? So there's so wait, you can pop it open and there's fucking offset screws, the springs, just like standard gimbals.
You asking me?
Huh?
Dark
Are you
Wing.
asking me that question?
No, I'm talking to Darkwing, actually. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, well, I mean, I just imagine you could like just back off the
Because like
sticks. So unscrew
like
them as far
two-
out as they go.
Well, I would think you'd be able to
Yeah.
extend the stick somehow. Can you? They don't
You
screw
can.
off.
No.
They only
Yeah.
go to a certain like height.
You can't totally
Something
take them
like
out.
No, they don't go any different height. They just
I
literally
fix
just
shit. What's up?
reverse
I
screw
fix
it.
Oh,
shit.
that sucks. Worse,
Like they like
much
screw
worse
like
than I
so like
thought.
the screw part is on the actual
fix
stick
shit. What's up?
the end, and then you screw it
Yeah.
into the actual gimbal. That's it. Done.
Huh?
Dunzo.
Donzo, huh?
Yeah,
I'm
that
drunk.
radio doesn't sound like a good time.
It-
Never heard good things about it.
It doesn't sound like the best, but you know, some people like I said, some people seem to like them, and some people like, you know, obviously are using smart controllers and other things when they're taking links for more cinema type shit. But
I mean, some people like. I can understand the convenience of it. You don't have to solder up another receiver. You just plug in
Yeah.
the fucking VTX and you're good to go.
that is the
Yeah,
I would think the biggest
is pretty
appeal is, but for me, it's like crossfire or bust until I
Crossfire.
Yeah.
crossfire.
Dude, it took me
I
3
personally
hours
don't-
last night to figure out how to connect the controller to an FPV unit. Like trying to find information and figure out, and then like it just turned into be like a weird firmware that I had on one of the things that I had. It was stupid.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't want my VTX and RX to be the same thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, what happens if the VTX overheats? Does it take your link out at the same time? You know,
Yeah,
like what's
it does.
that's
You're gonna get latency
At that
for
point,
sure.
I think you have to hope that you have like some sort of fail-safe GPS to bring your quad back.
Darkwing's Express LRS now.
Yeah.
Man, the only thing that
It's kind of like Crossfire had that shit.
of course, I mean, on all my analog builds, I couldn't go to Express LRS because I run Crossfire. I use Crossfire for smart audio because I don't do it in my FC. I use my Crossfire unit to.
Yeah, I've been using ELRS too, and I have no qualms with it. I like it.
If you're on digital,
But
like,
I really don't have any like way to say that it's better than Crossfire or Crossfire is better.
Yeah.
They feel fucking identical to me. Like,
I mean, it depends on
the
your
quad
tune
flies.
too. Like,
right.
if your tune's like kind of wonky and like you're gonna get delay on that side, so if like your shit's not clean, and then like you're gonna counteract your response on that end. So
I've
like,
never
if you
really
don't
had
have
that
things
issue
right-
with Crossfire.
What? Oh, Crossfire. I mean,
Well, just
Yeah.
like latency issues or
Mm-mm.
anything like that. I've never
I think
really.
the same is good for me.
I never
Sure.
tried Trace. I still haven't tried Tracer.
We'll
I
say
run
it's a
Tracer.
solid ass fucking connection though.
I mean, it's
Like-
solid as fuck for me. I've gone.
So if you have
Plenty
fast
far out.
stick response, like if and you're running digital, like
Mhm.
how do you how do you like mix that together when you have this much latency here on video, and then you're like super sweet, fast, responsive on your stick end, and then like how do you like, because your brain is gonna think like that's how you're responding, is you're responding by visual, and then you're putting your stick inputs, so you might be delayed on just because you're reacting to the video.
Well, I think
You know,
you're obviously there's so many variables, man. I mean, you got the frame rate that the camera is set to, right? So 60, 120, whatever when you're in digital, and that's going to vary the actual latency of the video side. And then whether or not like you're on or whatever 100 or 90, whatever fucking HD0 is doing. Crossfire. Fucking
Christopher.
Crossfire. But from now on, it's Crossfire.
Crossfire
Fucking
Wednesday.
fry. So, but I mean, the challenge obviously though is, and again, it's everybody's been managing no problem, but with HD0, your latency is consistent. With DJI, there's some variability. With Walk Snail, I can't really say.
There's too many
Is
of them,
anybody
dude. I
flown
can't
like
deal with
what
this
is Walk Snail? I'm assuming is also variable latency. I just don't definitively haven't used it. I don't own it, so I don't know. But So that's gonna change a little bit depending on your It's gonna be really situational with DJI. Your input versus what you're seeing, the timing will vary to some degree depending on what kind of situation you're in. You know,
like I always tune to like digital, like in beta play, like I'll tune it to like utilizing like feed forwards and shit and stick response to match like everything so it feels right. You know what I mean? Like. Or like I'm trying to find that feel where I'm synced in video and with the quad itself. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
What is wait?
It's like
Amazon Sidewalk starts fucking. So what's going on with Amazon Sidewalk? What is it? I don't even know. What's that? What's Amazon Sidewalk?
Am I a fucking Neanderthal?
Mongo no sidewalk.
Is it like some robot that's gonna like
Crossfire
wander around and deliver stuff?
Just delivering hand jobs to everybody.
Everything is becoming. It's a conveyor belt that's around the world. It's just a. You ever been to fucking B&H in New York? It's just a conveyor belt that brings you shit. It's a conveyor belt that brings you shit.
Don't ever go to like the necessary little fucking wall they have there, like where it's like all little shit that's like cool and like you could use, because like you'll spend a fortune.
Amazon.
Yeah, I don't.
It's how all the Alexa stuff talks to each other. So it's like Ring doorbells for Amazon, but
yeah. It's when it asks you if you want to share. Yo,
I don't want. Yeah, I don't want my shit
like
going anywhere, bro.
On the front step on the back.
I honestly fucking can't stand that shit. Like privacy concerns. Privacy concerns.
It seems like some.
I just ain't got nothing to hide.
Seems like some shit I don't.
Well, true. Yeah, true enough.
It's convenient. I love being like, "Hey Alexa, turn on my shit."
So it's probably on. If it's so, Alexa's running what 5.8. It's all those devices are running on what frequency? How they talk?
900.
It's running on 900.
That just makes it easier for the AI to take over.
Yeah. Did you see that like new toy that came out? Like the little big-headed thing that has like a screen face. I sent it to you, Greg.
What is it?
It's like I don't know. It's like a little like toy for kids.
Yeah.
It's like the little ball thing, and it has like a screen face, and I was like, whoa. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's weird.
I'm gonna watch that thing at night.
All right, wait a minute.
So, your bed.
Amazon. All right, let's Google this shit. Has anybody got a link on this shit? Let's see. Amazon Sidewalk.
Yeah. Here. Or you just Google it. It comes right up. What is it? Amazon Sidewalk is a shared network that helps devices work better at home and beyond the front door.
Frequency.
900
Bluetooth. It's using 900 megahertz spectrum. All right, so what part of that? Do they actually give you that spec? It's using LoRa. Yeah, 900 megahertz LoRa. That's funny. Holy shit. That might fuck up all kinds of fun stuff. You know what's going to happen? Amazon's going to go to our fucking government and to the FCC, buy them fucking frequencies, and we're all going to get fucked. That's what's going to happen. I'm just putting that out there. Whoa. Prediction. Because the FCC, you know, as an audio engineer, there was a big stink about a lot of the old microphones have been obsoleted because the FCC sold the frequencies to companies.
Really?
So a lot of microphones are illegal to a lot of wireless microphones are illegal to use because they fall.
Why?
A lot of them were around 900. So
like if you use them, like you're at a concert using them, like all of a sudden dudes in suits come out. Sir, we need you to come with us.
Sir, you're running 900.
It could be. Yeah, right.
Mics are forbidden.
Your mics are forbidden. You have to license when you go on tour. You have to license the frequencies you're going to use for the tour.
Really?
And yes, you can get big fined if you deviate from your plot.
How would people know?
I mean, you know, it's generally what's going to happen.
During like a 900 scramble.
When you're causing interference.
The snitches get stitches, bro.
Exactly. Well, the thing is when you are using a band you're not meant to be, there's a chance you could be stepping on somebody else who is meant to be, and they'll bitch, and that's where they'll start looking for you. And in the context of a concert, especially a touring show, obviously you're in and out pretty fast. So the likelihood of them just like tracking you down immediately is rare. But if you get on the radar, they'll send somebody out, check your shit. Yeah, I mean, for sure. FCC does not fuck around because there's a lot of bands that are used for, you know, emergency, police, whatever, and it's exactly. It's you got to step on somebody. Really, that's the only way you're gonna get on the radar. But when you buy now you just can't buy new microphones in those bands. You know what I mean? But again, when you go, like, if you have a Sennheiser rack full of wireless mics and you're going to Europe, you have to license European frequencies while you're there. And the EU is also fucking... definitely don't fuck with the aviation bands. Well, then, so that is kind of interesting. I'd be curious exactly what frequency of LoRa they're using and whether or not it is potentially going to be anywhere near us Crossfire kids.
Crossfire kids. I don't know. I know that towers with big fucking
Crossfire,
big bars on the outside of it that like look like they're gonna fuck your shit up. Don't go near those things.
East
on like
Coast,
any tower. That's for sure.
There's no laws in Video Village. Well, I mean, I was looking for an affordable wireless mic for my camera rig, you know, and I know a lot of guys use the Rhodes and shit, and even the DJI little mic thingy.
I like the Sennheiser.
I mean, I would use Sennheiser if I wanted to spend $600-700 a channel for Sennheiser wireless, which isn't terrible, but you know, it's at least $600 a channel for wireless. But you know, you can get a Rode kit for $200. It's on 2.4 and it gives you 2 channels, you know, for your vlog rig or whatever. And but I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? The problem is if you have a vlog rig like out when you're flying, everybody's running, you know, 2.4, 5.8 and 900. You don't want to be anywhere near any of those bands for your fucking RF mics. So I ended up going 500. I bought a kit that does 500 megahertz, and so I'm below Crossfire for my vlog mics.
What's the brand?
It was actually a fucking Komika. I got it fucking stupid cheap. And it's two labs. The labs are not the best.
Is it toastable?
Yeah, definitely. It's actually not a bad kit, and it's sitting at 500. And I picked up a set off eBay for $100. I just wanted something cheap and fucking. Bro, the labs are a little narrow. They could be a little more open. I feel like I have a nice Sony wired lav that I normally use when I'm doing documentary interview style stuff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, a fucking super dope fucking shotgun and all that kind of shit for the good stuff. I just wanted something that was cheap and easy to, if I'm out flying and want to do some vlog and want to have a lav, you know, wireless lav. And if it's
nice lightweight.
Yeah, fucking, and also it doesn't use it uses actual batteries.
Hi.
Ooh, this
Sorry,
fucking
I
guy.
fell asleep, guys. Don't let anybody in here.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. Hi. I only got to fly once.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
8 minutes.
I know, he sounds like you.
Well,
I only got to fly once, and it was in the river.
Dude, not even in
In the
fucking full FPV mode. You didn't get to like fucking fly like a peacock, dude. It was a straight FPV angle mode, flat, 60 miles per hour reverse. Didn't see the trees behind me. Bye. Obstacle avoidance was completely off. Everything. Bye.
Go rip, Raph. Get there, brother. Yeah, the roads sound good. 608. They're like you said. I think the roads are sitting at 2.4, and they have the Rhodes microphones have always been very nice for the money. There's no question about that. The wireless Go kits are nice, and But
The
again,
labs are nice too. I gotta
but if
say,
you
like,
take that wireless Go kit to a motherfucking like a Comic-Con or a fucking like NAB show or any sort of like, you know, fucking big like thing like that, every motherfucker in there is going to have a Rode Wireless Go and your audio is going to be
sound like
shit. I'm just saying, like that's the when I was starting to look at it, like because the Sennheisers are also sitting around 600 at 600 megahertz on the frequencies. Like I said, when I want to buy a better wireless kit, I will buy Sennheiser, definitely. But
it's like if you're like a bunch of news people and they all have like fucking Sennheisers,
bro, I'm telling you,
like, and they're all stacked up, you're fucked. If you don't like any, yeah, you're screwed.
The reason why I ended up buying the Komika, honestly, was because I saw some cats that were literally at like NAB or they were at a big trade show, you know, big tech trade show, and they had the wireless Go and their shit was just dropping out like crazy. And they said they went to the Komika rep and grabbed the kit and they did the whole shoot on that shit and it worked perfectly because it was sitting at 500. And so, and again, because we already use 2.4, 5.8, and 900. If you're using wireless mics and you're trying to vlog in the field, try to get mics that are not in those ranges because that's when you might have problems.
You got the paparazzi come out of nowhere, dude, with all those fucking mics blown out.
Well, dude, I mean, doing shows, like, the press is a motherfucker, too. I'm always like, yo, if the press shows up with wireless, they got to come to us first before they power up. So we know
and
where...
Like, a lot of those, like, journalists and shit, like, they'll run their own video equipment and it's all lightweight, same stuff, same setups that everybody else is doing because if they're doing it works, everybody's gonna run it.
The good thing about the wireless, the Rodes and stuff is a lot of them record internal on the actual packs, which is definitely cool. Right. It all depends on what you're doing. There's obviously, if you're trying to reinforce or feed that somewhere that's actual mission critical, though, you could have issues. What's up, Bugs? How you doing?
Bugs FPB.
How are ya?
So what did I miss? A lot? Fuck, I missed the intro. I missed the pilot spot.
I can't even have story time with you, dude, because it was too long.
Oh, man. I know the feeling, though, bro. I mean, you know, as far as losing a quad almost instantaneously, I've done it.
It was like, it wasn't just losing the quad. Like, I was like, I didn't really give a shit. It was more of, I have to go get it. I gotta find it because I still have video. And like, it was just a problem that like, I was like in this field it was a very big field where I can get range and mess around with. The problem is that it is very, very marsh wet, high grass. Like I do my shoes, my brand new, my nice new shoes, toast. Like, cause like I'm trying to run and I'm trying to beat the sun because like the sun's going down. And I'm like, I see like 4 coyotes that are out there looking at me. I'm like, dude, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get this thing before they're gonna eat me. You know, it's like
sounds like an episode of Yellow Jackets, dude.
Dude, I was just literally running around like dude, it was like a wild animal, just trying to find this thing.
That's awesome.
And then like once I found out how to set the beeper and like it was like you can actually set a beeper on it and it'll start making noise. Once I got up to it, it said it had like a flash, like a light that flashes. When I got up to the drone, I should have just waited till it was nighttime, because like the strobe light on the bottom of that drone is so bright.
Right.
Even in daytime, it was blinding when I got up to it. That's how much strobe it had. I was like, dude, I should have just waited. I probably could have saw like what tree was lighting up in the fucking foreground.
Wow.
Yo, 608, you got prop guards on that fucking 5-inch Cinerat? You got a 5-inch Cinerat, huh? I really like my 3-inch Cinerat. That's actually super cool.
That's weird. I haven't noticed anything like that before.
What?
Well,
Just having issues with low latency mode.
Oh,
That's all I've ever ridden.
Which system is that?
DJI.
Used DJI.
Oh, DJI, really? Speaking of systems, remember last week I was
the V2 or the 03 system.
I'd almost be curious if you got some sort of a problem with your antenna or something.
Yeah. Remember last week I was touching on the night vision. There hasn't been any good videos on it yet. Well, Drainman posted one that was perfect example of what I was talking about, bro. What a difference! Like watching it fly at night, like in an area where there's ambient light.
Uh-huh.
Camera is awesome, bro. Awesome. So much less grain too. I love it. You know, I can't wait. I ordered mine like a week ago, but it's taking a lot longer than I thought. But
Yeah, you ordered direct though, right?
yeah, but I did the DHL. You know. But
I'm trying to think if I have any.
there's still no shipping information though, which it's been like 5
Yeah,
days.
They hadn't even started the process.
Yeah, I know. That's what annoys me.
You're not running
You'll get
prop
it
cards?
next Christmas.
So I noticed. So when
Don't worry.
I switched
No
to TPU prop cards on my 3-inch center rat, and I ended up with a 31 hertz spike in my logs. Actually, once I did that, going from nylon X to TPU prop cards on the 3-inch. The TPU definitely adds a little funk to the.
Definitely would.
Well,
Probably lower too, right?
Well, yeah, it's 31 hertz. It's pretty low. Well, that's what we were talking about. When we were talking about before, like there's frequencies like that, like 31 hertz. You're not gonna hear that, and it's so slow. You know what I mean? You're not gonna hear it. You can hear it technically. You know, if your hearing is really good, you can hear down to 20, but you're getting into a range of frequencies that are very difficult to ascertain. You know, without some way to see them.
That's like when my wife yells at me. The frequency goes so high it doesn't even register. You know?
It's true. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Speaking of which, today's my wife's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Take my
Happy
wife.
birthday.
Take my wife.
I wonder why you were
Speaking of which, take my wife.
Don, are you offering a cat?
Anybody here want a cat?
Dude, I have a cat. I got a 23-pound one.
Holy
Want 'em.
shit!
23
Jamaican?
pounds? What are you
Hold
feeding
on,
the
I'll
fucking
show you.
thing?
Mine's 18 pounds.
Where
That's
is it?
one of
No,
those
I mean,
special cats, right? What do you call those cats? They're like lions.
the
Maine
Maine
Coon.
Coon. Well, this
Maine
one's just a
Coon.
Maine
Maine
Coon.
Mine's only like half coon.
Yeah, that's the ones that are huge.
It's not Maine Coon, it's half Coon.
It's secondary coon.
Yeah.
This is
not Maine
this is
Coon.
Normie.
That's
Holy
not a
shit.
Maine Coon.
Oh,
That's a boy coon.
Okay,
That's a raccoon.
Yeah, that's
Let's
a,
go on FPV life and see if
Yeah,
anybody gets mad.
That cat
That's cool.
is not
That's cool.
happy
Yeah.
with you
yeah,
trying to
he's a
hold it up.
big
Nah, he
boy.
did not like that at
This
all.
motherfucker won't shut the fuck
Where's
up.
mine won't
Dude,
do that.
Just like he'll like just nip at you with his
I don't even
teeth,
know where the hell
bite
she
it
is.
until he gets fed. So I just feed him.
That's cool.
Fortunately,
There's a lady here that walks a cat. I know you could walk the Maine
Like-
Coons.
Legit.
dude, you know what? I've
Like
walked.
Bro,
legit,
I
I've
want to walk
walked
my
some
cat,
cat.
but I don't want to
On
be
a
seen
leash?
as that guy.
I want a
Well,
puma.
that's exactly that. That's exactly it. Like,
Like,
no matter
it was
how
like-
obedient the cat is, just like it doesn't matter. You know.
Like
Holy
most
fuck.
I'll do is
What's
I'll,
up, Adam?
Like my cat can ride on my shoulder. I'll walk
Yeah, no
in
offense,
front of my
Peter.
house with it on my shoulder.
No offense if you
Yeah.
walk your cats, guys.
I mean, I've walked him outside in the backyard.
Fucking
Like,
cat
walker.
on my shoulder.
You
I
fucking
wasn't
cat
going down the
walker.
Fucking neighborhood, you out of your mind.
Her big fat ass is just sitting there wrapped around my fucking shoulder like a scarf.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
She loves it though. Like the first day I got her, that was like I went to go hold her and right up my arm and up my shoulder and just sat there. Like,
Sure, it's not a
all right.
parrot.
I think she might be.
Bro, the other night, the family cat here got locked in the room with me. Like I must have went out to use the bathroom or something. The cat came in the room, and I went back to sleep. And then like fucking 5 in the morning, I feel some shit on my arm. Like, and you're like, it was whiskers and fur and a little bit of licking. Dude, it was like fucking 5 in the morning. I'm assed out, bro, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I wake up and the cat's just like in my face, dude. And I'm like, what are you doing in here?
This was a cat.
Because we actually don't let that cat in the room because there's plants in there that are bad for the cat, and there's actually a bird in that room, so that I sleep
dude, I
in. So
learned that
like,
big time. Like flowers and like shit you buy for like your girlfriend, like poisonous for your cat.
yeah, bro, you gotta be careful.
Going that
Yeah.
quick, really quick.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
But yo, it was the most fucking crazy
Only killed 3 cats
shit.
before I got it right.
It's like was it Grandma's Boy when he's like vacuuming and he lifts up at the couch and there's like 20 dead cats under the motherfucker. Because of the one chick always drops her pills on the floor. The cats fucking eat them and die. Oh my god.
Horrible.
Classic movie.
Oh shit.
Shout out to Grandma's Boy.
My
fucking-
mother killed a cat once. Horrible.
Just one. Oh, I don't want to talk about
Does
it.
anybody watch Party Down
Was it like-
recently?
There was a driver involved that was pretty bad. It was
What?
horrible. I was 3 months old when that happened. Yeah.
Yo,
Oh,
that,
my
I
I
was
God.
devastated over that till the time I was probably, I don't know,
She was, or
8
you
years
were?
old.
Bro.
I don't even remember. I was a baby. She
Yeah.
was. Yeah,
we had a
you know?
cat. We had one of our cats climb up into the end. It was cold and it was outside, and it climbed up into the engine compartment. And when we fucking fired up the car, it got caught in the fucking timing belt.
No way.
Oh.
Are you on it?
That
No
was
way.
the
I've had a couple
worst.
decide
That's
to
like-
fucking
that's
start
something
out
like
on the
goes
road
in a
in front of my
movie, man.
That
car.
was
Yeah.
the worst
That was the
shit
worst.
ever,
I couldn't
bro.
start that car for 4 days.
Bro, man,
power washed
so
it.
bad. I love
We
cats.
loved
I
it.
fucking love cats, bro. I
Nah,
mean,
they're cool. They're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I not to be honest, like cats are kind of I'm not really a fan. To like the extent I would just go grab one, but my girlfriend ended up we decided to get the Maine Coon, and like not gonna lie, it's not the same as like a normal cat. Like
Nah,
this
they're
thing, like
like-
I'll throw
they're
a
like
ball
dogs.
at this
Is it-
thing and it'll fetch it and bring it
Yeah,
back. to
I
me.
can play
Yeah,
fetch
it
with
does.
mine too.
It's a different
She just
cat.
my cat just fucking chills most of the day. She don't really do much.
yeah.
Unless he's hungry, dude, he's good.
Oh
Just
yeah,
a dog,
dinner
dude.
time.
Yeah, like, you'll try to
I
eat
love
one, he's
cats.
just
going nuts.
I love cats. But
I like certain dogs. Not all dogs, just certain dogs.
Dogs require too much attention. I
Not
love
all?
dogs. They just,
No,
Not all of them?
give me a motherfucking German
it's
Shepherd.
like
Or
this friend
fucking.
that just won't leave you alone. Cats will like leave me alone. I'm like, all right.
Not mine. Not my main.
I ain't gonna lie. We found a fucking beautiful little pit bull pup in the neighborhood one day, and I wanted to keep it really bad. It was beautiful, but
I would have let you.
they would have actually let me if I could have. But
Yeah, on the
I
list.
had 3 pets.
Yeah, I've had several myself.
I'm very partial to like German Shepherds. I love bulldogs too.
Yeah, German Shepherd's another one, like pits. They're misunderstood, but if they're not right,
Oh,
they're
definitely,
not
dude.
right. You know, they're dangerous if they're not right. The thing is with pets, you got to run them all the time. If you
And
run
it's
them,
like-
Man, it's all fucking dogs.
Your
man.
hairless
Motherfucking
cat has
an
exercise.
instant
You want to
mind.
keep it from chewing shit? Fucking exercise.
Yeah,
the
Fucking
little- the
fucking
little-
fuck mooks.
the little $3,000 made up name dogs, like the ship suit,
Yeah.
whatever they
Oh,
call.
what? I mean, if you
Ship
don't
of
want to walk a
duties.
dog, get
Yeah.
a greyhound. Greyhounds are fucking great
Oh
dogs.
yeah, Greyhound. You have to run them, man.
No, you don't, because they're already fucking run. You get
Well-
them fucking at a rescue, and you can fucking walk fucking 100 yards. They're wore the fuck out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it
they're
depends on
fucking
how
the
the-
easiest fucking dogs. They're like one of the best first dogs to ever own.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I thought you had to run. I know my cousin's got
I
too
just-
many.
I want a big
Greyhounds.
Those whippets.
They're fucking.
I want
nuts,
a
man.
giant frog.
I want a Weimaraner and a fucking Catahoula, man. My
Wha-
Weimaraner's a fucking crazy dog.
Why do you
She's
on
like
her?
a Weimaraner, yeah.
Yeah,
She's not there.
Weimaraners are beautiful dogs, actually. Yeah.
She's awesome.
Worse is when people get like pointer style dogs, like designed for hunting and like need to be like exercised at all times.
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
just
trained and
basically
obedient. And like they're like, why is this dog like every time I open the door, it wants
Crazy.
to go and like goes nuts. And it's like it's because you have like a dog
Yeah,
that's
some
designed
some
that, like,
people
wants
don't,
to do this.
Yeah,
and, like,
Darko.
that's what it knows. And like you just like all you do is like keep him in the house and you feed it and you like love it. But then
Some
like
people
you
just
don't.
get a
Well,
dog
that's
just
my
because they want to
problem.
get a dog and they don't
Oh yeah.
look into the
It's
breed
the
that they're
idea
getting.
of dog owning that sounds good, but the work involved.
Nah, yeah.
Not so much.
I just got offered a dog, bro, just a couple of days ago. A little baby puppy, adorable. And I turned it down. I'm like, nah.
That's
sorry.
hard.
Well, what the great thing about
It's
my
a
dog,
commitment,
bro.
man.
The dog was
If
this
you
big.
hit the ground with
Oh.
your quad, she's going to get it.
Yeah.
She's
Not
going
only-
to get it. So fucking disarm.
It's not only that. It's just it's they're truly, you know, they're like having a child. They're a lot of work, and if you're not willing to take on the true responsibility, you shouldn't own it. It's just that
Yeah,
simple.
I agree with that.
You're just going to end up with shit.
Agreed.
You fucking.
Yeah. And I learned that the hard way. Like I'm selfish, You know, like I
Yeah, it
love
takes
as
some
much as I love
maturity.
dogs, but I don't like, you know, I don't have the patience all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Love
You
him.
know?
Like I go to my friend's house and his dog loves me. I love that dog, but yo, that thing has too much
Oh,
energy for
what's
me.
up? Huh?
Yeah. You play with it for 3 hours and you go home.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, we walk fucking 6 miles a day, play fetch for like a fucking half hour every day.
That's
man.
good. You're a dog
Like
owner.
I'm like
Oh yeah,
Yoda.
yeah.
Like
But that's the only
I
reason I
move
have it.
slow until I gotta move fast, and then these dogs are always moving fast. I'm like, yo,
Oh yeah. My shit's
chill
on lock,
out.
bro. My girls are on
I
lock.
really
His dogs.
dislike dogs that are just fucking unruly, though, man. I can't stand a bad trained dog. I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't fucking deal with it,
Disobedient. Like we're like, yeah,
bro. Like I love
wants
it.
to eat
Like
your fucking knee off. Like
I
every
love
time
all
you see it, like,
dogs,
what you
but
do.
I owned a fucking golden that was just fucking so stupid, and I just couldn't do it, man. I had a fucking golden and a fucking German shepherd, and the German shepherd was like, she was dope. She would fucking check the golden, like the golden was running around like a fucking nut job. German shepherd like. Flex, bro, full on flex, and put him in check. Put him in check, but it was this dog was this.
Any fucking dog can be nutty. If you
I know,
give it
but
what it needs, man.
unfortunately,
Like, if you don't like exercise their demons, like you're just gonna
that
have
dog
to,
when I rescued
That shit
this
was
dog
so
though,
fucked
it
up.
was its demons
You
had already
socialize it, you're fucked.
the dog was missing
socialize
half.
Besides your demons.
Yo, check it. The dog was missing half its tongue because it decided to eat a light bulb. It wasn't when not on my watch, not on my watch. But like the dog would like pant and his tongue would hang out, and like there's a big old fucking moon cut out of the fucking dog's tongue, bro. And it was a fine dog, but it unfortunately started having seizures and shit. But dude, it was nuts. Probably, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
Whoever we had the dog before we rescued it, fucking yeah, it was not good situation because the dog was eating light bulbs and shit, bro, and just was pretty much
eating a light bulb. That's bad, bro.
pretty much
Dogs are fucking.
Like,
Eating
I mean, it's
light
bad when they're
bulbs.
eating rocks all the time, like obsessed with eating rocks and digging them up, like eating light bulbs. Like what the?
Then my dog would probably try, especially if she got to dig it up first.
That's
Like,
crazy. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Like
she
a
doesn't. I
trophy.
mean,
Yeah.
she's a fucking game dog. This dog is sick. She's awesome, like super smart, super obedient. But if she doesn't get what she needs,
Right, she's
she's
hard.
gonna be hunting. She hunts all day. That's just what she does.
right.
She's fucking smart. That's what she's doing. She like knows that she can get you if she works hard enough.
She's good. Good dog.
That's cool.
Anyway, but
Anyways,
the
FPV.
great thing is a lot of times I don't have to walk to catch my drone, which is nice. But
Oh, that's sweet.
sometimes, even when the prop's not fucked up, it might come back.
Fucked up.
That's pretty cool. So you don't have to turtle mode the shit out of it.
No, he doggy modes it.
And you just
Dog
go,
mode.
like,
Fucking
go
straight
grab
dog.
it,
Well,
like,
if it hits
time,
the
maybe
ground and
chew it
she's
up.
out there, like a lot of times I'll like stand inside just so that she won't try to come outside with me. Because again, sometimes it's a pain in the ass. Like when I just do something and fuck up, and I just want to turtle out. And
Right. Just keep
get back to
going.
flying.
Right. You got to worry about it. Right.
You got to be real strategic.
Right.
And I'm not trying to take her face out,
Right.
which has almost
Definitely
happened
do that.
a couple times. But yeah, I mean, if you're outside, you crash, and she's there, she's got it for you.
That's
cool.
pretty sweet. And then like if you got like a little cine whoop and shit, you can like fly around and fucking use it as a fucking never ending frisbee.
Exactly.
I want a big fuck off tortoise.
You got a little
That's actually that's
Fuck
actually
off, turtle.
that's actually the grandkids tortoise, man. We got that's for the
Oh,
grandkid.
okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna ask
One
you.
of the-
where did you
He's
get
a
the
little
fucking
baby,
No,
tortoise?
bro.
that's a
He's
little
big.
dude. It's a little red leg or whatever. Yeah, I'm not really
Those
sure
guys,
about.
They get big.
I'm not sure how
I want
big
a
that one's gonna
lyrebird
get.
as a pet.
I want to get him one of them.
Just teach it the most crazy shit sounds that you could ever hear.
I'm gonna set up my tank again soon. I'm actually redoing the whole outside of my porch tomorrow. I'm gonna screen it in. I'm gonna put a vinyl waterproof floor down. I'm gonna build all shelves, and I'm making a whole area
shit.
just for the fish tank. Remember I had that turtle?
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
have-
yeah.
yeah.
I remember you in the fish
Turtle.
tanks.
Yeah, man.
Am I not
I still have
turtle enough
my
turtle?
saltwater tank. My saltwater tank is set up, but My turtle got stolen when I moved.
What?
I
Oh,
told you
no
that
shit.
story.
Someone stole the fucking turtle?
Oh my god, I didn't tell you guys
No.
the story. I was
No.
flying back
Yeah,
then.
story time.
Holy shit, story time, boys. All right, so I got this crazy turtle. It's $500 turtle. It's called concentric diamondback terrapin.
Oh yeah. Well, okay,
Beautiful
guys, I know
turtle.
what it is.
Tell me
Highly illegal to transport. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to have them in New York. You're not even supposed to have them at all. But I found a place online.
Ah, fuck that.
And long story short is when I moved, I was like, fuck, I'm afraid to take this thing on the plane. You know what I mean? Because they'll, if they see it, they're going to take it, without a doubt. So the movers that I had, they were like, okay, we're going to pick up your stuff. And I was flying out the next day, So I asked the guy, I was like, look, if you're driving, would you take the turtle and put it and bring it? He said, yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it. Long story short, my stuff doesn't show up for 2 weeks.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm calling the moving company. I'm trying to find out what's going on to get in touch with this kid because he's got my turtle. And when the truck finally showed up, it was a different group of guys. And I was like, what the
shit.
fuck? So I located the guy. I got his number through, fishing through information with the moving company. And he just never answered me back, never answered the phone. Just that was it. Took the turtle and that was the end of it. And
turtle.
yeah.
It sounds like you hired the same fucking moving company I did when I left New York, dude. Jesus, they were such a shit show.
Yeah, it sounds like they take like half your shit.
Yeah, I lost all my drone. I told you, I lost all my drone shit too. It's gone.
What, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, I would fuck.
That's how I ended up getting into walk snail, bro. Because I lost everything I had: my controller, my every drone, my goggles, everything, bro. I was flying with Dominator
freaked out.
old school goggles for the first 3-4 months I got back into flying. I just got the walk snail goggles about 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah,
I just
shit's
got back
expensive
into
too.
Yeah, I had to slowly
You
build out
keep
some
buying,
backup.
dude. You're gonna go bankrupt.
Yeah,
For sure. Thanks, thanks, Cecil.
Right.
yeah.
Cecil, dude, like literally fucked me. Even
Did they
worse.
how?
It
I don't know,
allows you
just
to
'cause
buy
you
a
forget.
lot more
You
shit than you
overwhelmingly
really
fucking
should.
buy, and they accept your four installment plans or Affirm. Like, well, they'll get up to like 18 months, and then like now you get like 15.
PayPal has
$10,
the paying
$1.
for it as well.
Yeah,
$3
PayPal.
for
You got to be
payments,
careful,
and then
man.
you don't
Yeah.
realize, and you're like, shit, I just spent like $3,000. Not $3,000.
Yeah,
maybe.
you get the 30%, 35%.
I know that, like, even with PayPal,
It's not that bad of an interest though.
Well-
Sezzle and PayPal paying for don't have any interest.
Affirm is.
But
not
if you
bad.
pay, like, so if like I paid on my PayPal credit, I bought something. It wasn't that much, but I bought something and I paid extra. But your payment,
credit.
your payments don't go down. So like if you agree to X amount of months, even though you overpay some
Right.
months or whatever, you still have to pay that minimum period. Otherwise,
it's like a
otherwise,
credit card.
or otherwise they give you. Yeah, well, credit card though, you'll have like a far lower minimum. Like if you do buy something that's $500 and you agree to a 6-month plan at 90 or whatever the math is,
Right.
whatever
Yeah,
it is, you know what I mean? You even if you pay like say you bought something $500 and you agree to 90, and then 1 month you pay 200. Your payment doesn't go down at all though. You still have to pay 90. You're locked into the amount no matter what. You know what I mean? Right. And so like especially with PayPal, you might buy something at this and then you buy something else that's whatever, add 100 or 2 to the whole thing, and then you pay extra, like whatever that initial fucking payment was, it doesn't change, and sometimes it gets annoying sometimes, because like you
That's
fucking.
weird. It's almost like a lease, like leasing something.
Yeah, it's weird.
So like if you like
more
Best Buy lease, like
straightforward.
I did that one time, like knowing that
fuck
like
that.
obviously like when I bought that monitor, Greg, like I knew that like if I have to pay this off between 3 months or
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
going to be a ridiculous amount of money, and like you're
If you
gonna
pay
pay
it off
like
quick,
literally
it's like
double your
$70.
amount.
But if you pay it off over the fucking long period, you'll end up paying like for that monitor 2 or 3 fucking times.
Dude,
Right.
do you know how much a Hero Mini 11 is leased at Best Buy? I asked. I was curious when I was like $989.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, you want to
Well,
pay
you know what's
20
messed
bucks a
up?
month?
You'd
Go
already-
ahead.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
enjoy that shit.
For $20 a month for what? 5 years?
Well,
Like what
I
the
returned,
fuck?
I returned
At least.
like every 3 weeks. So
This reminds me of the South Park episode, the Human Centipede.
Centipede?
Did you ever see that one? Oh, it's funny. It's the human centipede, which everybody knows how crazy
Right,
that is.
right.
It's called the human centipede. And what happens is Cartman buys an iPod, and he tries to set it up, and then he's scrolling through the agreement lease, you know, and he's like, I'm not reading this, and he scrolls through it quick, and then he hits agree, and as soon as he hits agree, the iPod people come in like Men in Black. You agreed. They grab him and they take it for an experiment, and then they do the human centipede thing.
Oh my
and then
God.
The last guy at the end, they're like, and then the middle one's like, and then the last one's like, and then behind the last one, there's an iPod that lights up. Bing! It was fantastic, bro.
Oh my
fucking
God,
hilarious.
bro.
It
That's
reminded
just,
me of that because it was like, you agreed. Like, you don't know what you're agreeing to. You know what I mean?
dude, Sezzle's like that, but like you can get yourself overwhelmed like wicked quick. Because like you'd be like, oh, I need some props, like $20, and I don't want to spend that much. You're
Sezzle
like
usually
$3
cuts you
there.
off
And you
after
do
a
that like
certain
a
amount, though.
million, like 15 times, and like you start ending up having like payments every freaking day, like for a week,
right.
which
Yeah,
is
what
like
Cecil
I
does,
mean,
they just take the cost of the item and literally just spread it
Divide
out
it.
over 4 payments, which is
Mhm.
like every 2 weeks or something if you set it
Like-
that way.
Right.
like $300, you like pay like an extra like $10 or something interest.
Yeah, it's not much. It's
on
just like
that
a
4
small fee.
installments. Yeah,
And it's usually paid on the
Whatever.
initial payment.
Yeah.
it's like
They
when I
make you
lost.
pay- They make you pay like a good chunk of it up front.
But sometimes, yeah, if you have a big payment, like over 300, $300 or $400, that like they end up like asking for more. It's
Yeah.
almost like when I lost that drone, I went out and bought that Super G, like that build. I was like fucking sezzling this shit, and then like, and then like, and then I got the drone
Sezzle with
back,
that shit.
and then I was like, well, it's a sezzle, so I was like, all right, I'll keep it.
Yeah.
Does anybody, any of you guys got fucking caught up in the Sezzle?
Sezzle.
I do. You know what I
haven't
do
settled
a
anything
lot?
in a
Like
while.
when I lost my drone in the lake, like I spiked by. Now I'm like, you know what?
Yeah,
Now,
you're
now fuck you
devastated.
now. Now fuck you. Now I'm spending every dollar I got and I'm getting another drone. Like you're
Spike
you're
by.
showing that lake. Like you.
You get psycho.
You
get
get
fucking
me.
straight
I
psycho.
got you, Lake.
Yeah. In my case, I just sold
Fuck you,
everything I had. I sold everything I wasn't using. All my RC road shit I sold, But it balanced out.
Always does. I mean, I'm like, I'll text Greg sometimes. Like, I mean, a couple nights ago when that ESC blew up and that new 7-inch, I was like, dude, I'm like, if you want to come by, like, my shit's gonna be on the yard sale in the front of the yard. Like, tonight,
You can Sezzle it.
I'm like, I'm gonna throw my used props out there right now because it's the easiest thing to grab.
You can Sezzle my 7-inch.
Put a sign out, be like, yeah, 4 installments.
4
like,
installments of $25.
Put a little mailbox out there. Installment plans.
Installment mail. Payments
Yeah.
accepted here.
Guarantee you get none of those.
It's fucking funny.
That's the thing is like when a new camera came out for the walk snail, I bought it instantly just because it was in stock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But after I bought it,
mean-
I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna put this thing in? I don't even have anything. So now I'm like, I gotta build.
Now you gotta
Like
build
that.
something just to put it in.
Just for that, yeah. Well, I'm gonna rip it out of the quad I got, and then I'll just have a spare one for now. But
Every time I rip a quad apart to like swap out something new, it fucking like something happens to it. And I'm like, why did
I don't
touch
rip
that
quads
thing?
apart. I just
Why?
just try
I
to
hate
build
it.
new
So dumb.
ones. I got a new.
yeah, that's the best thing is to just build another
Build
one.
a
from
new
scratch. The
one.
only thing is it's just so
Just fucking
expensive. now,
Sezzle it,
too.
bro.
Just Sezzle it, bro.
That's what's the motors. Sezzle, season of flight control. You're fucking good.
But yeah,
Oh,
Next
3
thing
minutes?
you'll have
Good.
the Cecil police come. You agreed. You agreed.
you agreed.
The first couple Sezzles, they only allow you like 200 and under, and then like Once you start
Once,
doing a
once you
few
get
and
some
you realize it's
sizzle
paying,
credibility.
you're like, all right, we're gonna boost you up real quick. And then you
About
start
to
going,
give you
you're
the
like, "Ooh, I got
sizzle.
accepted."
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. PayPal credit is the devil, bro. I'm telling you,
I
bro.
want
Fuck
to
They're all
it.
the
sizzle
devil,
you
man.
up.
Now, PayPal will give you a couple G's straight
Yeah.
out the gate, no problem. Like they don't give a fuck. They'll be like,
What
oh,
do you
that-
mean, dude? Sezzle gives you like thousands.
that's what-
I mean, I probably have.
we just
right
said
now,
they only
after
give you
the
200 to
FF7
start.
dude,
PayPal
yeah,
gives you a couple thousand right out the gate. Like,
Oh, right out the gate.
yeah, like
Okay,
it's
okay.
like, oh, you want to buy
your
this
credit's 320?
$3,000 lens? Yeah, and your credit's 100. We don't care here.
You want a couple O3s? All right,
Yeah.
we got you.
Bro, I mean, it's yeah, it sucks because like I actually think my balance on PayPal right now is like about $150. I'm like, I just want to pay this shit off. These dudes are the devil, bro. like seriously. And then all of a sudden, some dope lens comes across the page, and you're like, oh, I could PayPal credit that. I got plenty.
What's the next one? $27.
Bro.
So funny. Oh my god, hold on a second.
And then you end up adding like another 300.
I'm gonna send this. I'm sending this in chat, in the group chat, so you guys can watch it. This is definitely stream worthy. Hold on. No, it's the human centipede.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot Steve Jobs is the one that does it in the beginning. It's so funny.
Holy shit.
I forgot how to
Dude,
say
I totally forgot about the chat, dude. This is hard to do streams. I give you guys props. Not gonna lie.
Your
it's easy for me,
G9
but
monitor.
Yeah, it's like
You
you forget
every
like, oh my
week,
gosh,
every week
shit.
they're always putting together flight videos, pilot of the week, setting up everything, elevator
Yeah.
music. There's a lot to it for that. Me,
Yeah.
I just come chill and hang out. They do a lot.
No, I'm talking the main guys. You know who you guys are. It's
Those
definitely
guys.
hard to like multitask.
These fucking
too,
guys.
Like, get it.
Well, I mean,
guys
bro,
do
when I
a lot
was in
of
the
shit.
when I was in the city, we were doing the stream when I was still in New York. I mean, I was actually running 4 monitors at one point just to keep up with everything, and I've got it down to 2 mains and then a secondary laptop for the fucking chatbot. It's
No shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it definitely sounds good to be organized, like individual monitors for sure. See shit.
For
The
sure.
reason why
For
they don't
sure,
they
for
don't let me
sure.
they don't let me do anything because I can't even figure out how to send a message in the chat right now.
Dude, me neither, dude. I'm surprised they even let me on this stream, dude. I was like, I was blown away.
Oh my god, I figured it out.
What's the fucking what is the aspect ratio on a 49-inch curve screen? It's like fucking.
Hold on, let me check real quick. What are you talking about? Curves?
Resolutions
That's
on your
the
curved
whiskey.
monitor.
No, aspect ratio.
I was gonna get one of those.
Aspect ratio.
Because they're super
Is it worth
wide.
it?
They're super
Are they worth it
wide.
though?
It's like
Put
21.9 or
multiple
something at
screens on one
least.
screen, why not?
Yeah, as long as some of them have that basically pip version, that thing you can put multiple desktops or screens on the screen. That can be pretty cool. There's one that a lot of people are mounting vertically, and then they have like 3 69s on the vertical. It actually has like it basically takes an input for each part of the screen.
Oh shit. So, it actually like it creates one screen.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy.
You see that- you used
Yeah,
to
like
see that
shit in the movies, man.
You used to see that in Manhattan all the time. There was a lot of cubicle. They were each set to a certain section of the screen, all different, added together. That's just basically a module, right? It's a one module, and then you hook each screen up to the.
Right.
I'm sure
creating it
now
as
it's
one.
digital. I'm sure they could do it digitally now, but I know like years ago it used to be just
There's an app for it.
yeah. There used to be like 12 inputs, and then each one would be
Right.
top 4, middle 4, bottom 4.
Right. I want to get. Actually, did you see the C3s just started shipping? The new fucking LG C3s.
What is it?
The new,
That's the new
TV.
the new
OLED.
LG OLEDs.
QOLEDs. Yeah, I know all about them. Yeah,
Quoleds.
QD OLED,
Oh, the
quantum
quad
dot,
LEDs.
quantum dot LED, L OLEDs.
What's
Is it
quantum
that
about
good?
it?
Is it that good though?
Quantum dot basically it means that they're extremely small pixels that they're smaller than the standard pixels, so it gives you a much
So it's
more
not really quantum.
Sharper image.
So better than a Mac monitor. You
Oh
sum it up.
yeah, it's
Okay.
billions.
Like, that's
Literally, I mean, the 8K TVs are like, it's double the pixels. I just went through it because I just bought my
Oh,
TV.
shit.
I ended up getting a QLED, so it's
Yep.
not as good, but it is better than LED. You know, standard.
You
LED.
notice.
Oh,
You
yeah.
obviously notice the difference.
Oh yeah, I see a big difference from this TV from my old TV. But if you put my TV next to like Sony Bravia OLED, forget about it. It's like, but the Sony Bravia OLED is only
see one
available in
looks
2 sizes.
Delicious.
It's only 2 sizes, and it's like $3,000, bro, for the
Mm.
smaller one. It's crazy, you know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
but I
for
mean,
for doing
pictures are
editing and color and shit, yeah, the LG C2 42-inch is actually super great
Is that
option.
right?
Yeah.
It's all about the color calibration. If you get it right.
Well, that's
Like,
part
the
of it.
capability of like doing it.
You
that
can
might be
calibrate
good.
the
Like, my monitor right
LGs.
now, like on my PC, is like it's okay, but it's not like I can't do what I need to do to like make it right. You know what I mean? It doesn't have all the settings that you need.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the LGs have hardware calibration, so you can actually put a fucking spectrometer in front of them, calibrate it
Oh,
using
really?
using CalMet at home. You can, and it actually stores the LUT, for lack of a better term, stores the LUT in the fucking monitor itself, so you can it's hardware calibration. Whereas a lot of calibration widgets create an ICC or an ICM profile that you put on your Mac or your PC to correct your color.
Right. Some secondary. Correct.
Yeah, I have a Spider. Elite 5, but I want to get. I'm gonna get actually an i3. Calibrate i3 is actually the best prosumer calibration spectrometer. Otherwise, you're spending a couple grand.
Sezzle that shit.
Now that I got your
Sezzle
attention,
that
about
shit.
the
Sezzle it.
I want to ask you a quick question because I was using Adobe After Effects.
Sezzle?
After Effects, like when I made like the Electric
After
Blue
Sezzle.
Squad, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any software similar to DaVinci Resolve where I could make stuff like that? Because I'm looking to make something for one of the series I'm going to start in my videos. Like I was looking to make a new sign from scratch, kind of like I did with the Goon Squad that I used, that electric one. Is there any software I could use that's free besides Adobe After Effects? is
Resolve
crazy amount of money.
has Fusion built in, so you can use Fusion in Resolve, and that's their comp VFX.
But you have to pay for that, right?
Any
No,
software's
no,
free if
this
your
is-
morals are low
No?
enough.
You
The
don't have to.
No, the Fusion. So Fusion is very similar to it's node based, so it's going to be more similar to like Nuke or the other like big pro fucking VFX compositing softwares. If you own DaVinci, the full version of DaVinci
No,
Resolve,
I don't. I got the regular one.
well, right, but I'm just saying if you own the full version of Resolve, you can actually download Fusion Studio, which is a standalone version. That's all it does. It's the Fusion page basically in its own standalone software, kind of like After Effects. But yeah, Resolve has Fusion in it, and you could absolutely do a lot with it. I mean, there's definitely
Probably
things that
be just
are.
worth investing in DaVinci.
I mean,
Yeah, DaVinci is how much? It's like
$300. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like What's it have the
It
extra
lasts you
money?
forever. You don't have to subscribe to that bullshit.
No, it's not like fucking Fusion 360 or something stupid. But it's $200 a month. Crazy numbers, you know.
Well, Adobe. But I mean, that's I think why you're seeing a lot of people are using Resolve because the fucking yeah, it's great if you're totally entrenched and you have if you've got a successful business and there's a lot of Adobe stuff, it makes total sense to have Adobe. I mean, but if you're chilling and fucking you're not a big business,
What's up, Briscoe?
paying $300 for a piece of software that does all the shit that Resolve does it's a drop in the bucket, really. I mean, comparatively, I mean, paying for a Premiere over a couple years, you're going to pay for Resolve several times over,
Sure.
and I know colorists and editors that have bought Resolve when it was like Resolve 8, and it was, whatever it was back then. It's They've never had to pay again. Like, you know, it's been like fucking 15 years. They paid whatever they paid at the time, and it's been the same license ever since. It is, I wouldn't say it's a lifetime license. I mean, you know, they could change it someday, but they just haven't. They have not changed it, you know, but if you bought Resolve 15, you can run Resolve 18 today and fucking, you don't pay any more. You know, you're not paying for, generally speaking. And actually, I'm really stoked. NAB show is like in 2 or 3 weeks, and Blackmagic should be making some announcements. So we might see, I would expect to see Resolve 19, and I would expect to potentially see camera.
That'd be awesome.
So it'll be interesting, but you know, you never know. I mean, they may not release a camera. They may be, but their the last thing they released was new switchers and new studio cameras. And that was probably, I don't know, 3 months ago or something. But every usually NAB is when they release the new version of Resolve. So they need to fucking release a new cam. Really, I really think, I think they need to do a better form factor cam, but I understand why they don't, because I mean, it's kind of their niche. But you know,
right?
The 4K is getting long in the tooth. Let's just be honest.
I'm just saying the market and the like how things are being captured have changed a little bit also. So
yeah, well, especially for FPV, and I mean,
well, not only for that, but I mean, you still have the red. I mean, it's not. It wasn't made for FPV.
No,
but it's a good form factor,
and neither was
well
Zcam.
Well on a gimbal.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
So I'm just saying.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's like the nice thing about a Pocket is it's got a screen built in. You don't have to have a monitor, technically speaking. You know what I mean? You can shoot right off the camera. You can't do that with a Red. You have to have a monitor. It's like pick your poison. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely for cinelifters and shit, fucking, you know, a box works better.
Excuse to do a slightly different
well
form factor,
they had their micro 4/3 1080p fucking pocket camera. There's their micro cinema cam. It was $1,000, but it only did 1080p. If they would just re-release that in 4K, I think that would be huge for FPV. I'm just hoping that
disagree. We've been talking about this for a few years now.
I'm just hoping that they see, you know, all the people out there that are basically gutting pocket cams to make nakeds for, you know, FPV, and realize that there is a market there. That, you know, they released the micro cinema cam in a point where cinelifters weren't really a thing. That fucker had S-Bus input. You could start and stop recording off your radio. You could fucking do a lot of very cool drone-centric things. It was great for a gimbal. You know, it just, I don't know why they haven't refreshed it. I really just, it kind of boggles the mind, but maybe we'll get a happy surprise soon. You know, I mean, can we get a session 6? Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of cameras out now that are close to the session 5, I think. Like the DJI action camera is pretty close.
Form factor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Form factor
the DJI, yeah.
Yeah, that's got that very small square, cube.
Ursa.
It's got the cube design. I don't know what the weight comparison is. I think the DJI action is heavier than the session was. Session was only like 50. I got one right here, actually. It was like
70 grams, I think. It was closer to,
70?
I think it was about
right
70.
Here, I got one that works. I just never use it. I don't know why.
This one turns on lights and shit sometimes, but
I have a working 5 still, actually. I never hardly.
I don't know where it is. It's gone. It's so small, I can't even find it.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it's around somewhere. I probably threw it in my flight bag. But no, I don't disagree at all. You know,
dashing.
No, I'm saying I don't disagree. A really small action cam that's really light is definitely overdue. You know, it's technology is there. I mean, I got the 360 Go too, which I think is awesome. But it just has a weird form factor. You have to have that 3D mount. The Session 5, what was cool about it was that cube form factor. You could throw it on a little couch. You could wrap a strap around it. You know, took a beat.
Yep.
I mean, not for nothing, like, you know, if Blackmagic released a micro cine cam that did 4K and it was a G.
It would look like that.
Because the micro cinema cam was only like, dude, it was stupid light, and it was only a couple inches squared. It was super small, like it was super small, super light, and micro four thirds. You could just rock them shits. Because I mean, really, like if you look at a full size Hero 11, you're ballpark $500. So they're fucking not too far, really.
Not too far off at a reasonable price point.
Slather it in TPU, and you'll be good. Slather.
I want to ask you guys, speaking of 3D printing,
if
I was thinking about it. My printer is on its way out. It really is. It's. I need a new motherboard at this point, so I'm going to get a printer. Is there any resin printers? Well, obviously, it doesn't really matter which resin printer. Is there any resins themselves that have a TPU-ish type of flex to them? You guys know anything about resin?
There's some flex. There's some flex resins out there, but I don't.
There's some resin in my bowl.
I got some resin that hardens to about a TPU texture.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's because I like that resin look. You get the transparent. It's cool the way it prints. I mean, there's a lot more cleanup involved. I've been doing a lot of research on it lately because I'm going to need one soon as far as printer goes.
Say tried to print some things a few years ago with her resin printer that were flex, and it definitely was not nearly as durable.
Christille's got a resin printer.
Yeah. Well, at the time, it definitely was not as durable as FDM TPU printing. Yeah, Darkwings is not like TPU. I think there's some flex out there. I don't think I would say that's something I would try to mount on a quad.
Investing.
Nah.
Well, I mean, I'm not using the mounts for things like cameras and action cameras and stuff like that. I would use those mounts more for adapter boards because I build a lot of micros, stuff like that. Like I love the Apex Mini I've been flying, but the mounting solution is only 90 degree. It doesn't have the 45, angled 25.5 mounting board. So just for aesthetics, I think it will look nice to put those, but it's a waste of money if you can only use if it's a one trick pony. You know what I mean? So I guess I won't do it then. I was curious though, because I haven't seen any videos on flexible filaments, and I never seen it applied in videos that anybody posts. So I guess it's not a smart thing to get. You know what I mean? I don't recommend people even on smaller quads. Like I don't even like TPU all day, man. Like just FDM TPU. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's cheap. It's easy. It can be incredibly durable if the design is right and your print settings are good, and so that's really it, man. I mean,
speaking of some prints, where are some good places to get prints these days?
No, I always go to Thingiverse, bro. Thingiverse has got everything.
Well, that's where you're getting your.
I usually get my prints from Brain 3D.
Yeah, I would say Brain is a good place to get some prints.
Oh, you're talking about buying prints?
Yeah. I don't have a printer.
You can have people print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brain 3D's got some great stuff, but they have limited inventory, obviously. So if you're having a specific thing that you want, that's why it's great to have a printer.
I've tried to reach out and have them custom make stuff for me, but
their quality is second to none. Though they have beautiful prints. Anytime I ever bought anything for Brain 3D, it was
you could use Yegi. There are services out there. I mean, you could get you could use Yegi. There's goddamn
Chris Teal. Those guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what I would say. If you really want something, you could always hit up Chris.
Rod. I think you guys hear me? That.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
Mike was muted for a while. Yeah.
Dude, I just had I had to go to the bathroom real quick, and I had my Bluetooth headphone in my little ear. Well, it's gone.
We heard everything, bro. No.
You should have. I mean, it was making weird noises. The water, not gonna lie, but yeah, I fell into the toilet, unfortunately. Today, another thing.
I did want to mention really quick. Let me just pull this up real quick. If you guys, I don't know if you've seen it, but we got FPV Geek just dropped this new frame out. I don't. We didn't put a link anywhere that yet, but he is in our Discord. You can always hit him up in the marketplace channel. But this is an 03 frame design that he did. It's based off of the Acrobrat, the 3-inch from Umagod. To some degree, it definitely lends some design from that.
It has a soft, the hard soft mount solution.
I don't know about the hard soft mount.
It does. Right there, I can see it. See the white grommets on the bottom? See the white grommets on underneath the camera?
Oh, you're talking about the camera, yeah. Oh yeah, here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny because it looks
dirty is what the term is. You're right, Risco. Clean dirty is what they called it.
It looks kind of like
sorry, go ahead.
a Cinebrat, but it's a 5-inch. Yeah, sizzle the shit out of that motherfucker.
People be sizzling that shit.
But it's cool if you're running 03, it gets your props. If you get your props out of view, it gets your frame out of view. It actually has. He's thought about the mounting of the.
Whoop small enough you can
Nah,
get the frame.
Never get your sizzle. Never get.
My favorite frame that Umagod made is this one. I got it right next to me, bro, and I still never finished it.
So,
This frame, dude, the remix. It's reversed. It's got all the electronics are underneath the motors and. Everything mounts to the bottom of the frame instead of it traditionally. Everything is upside down.
Yeah, I got a remix.
I've seen that style. I call them the fucking boats because you can.
I love this thing, man.
Dude, like,
yeah, it's you can
like
literally
get off shit with them.
Yeah, it's awesome. I never finished that build, bro. I bought the frame, and I was in the middle of like 3 builds when I got it, and I never actually flew this frame. I definitely want to get it up in the air.
You know what I found in all my parts? I used to fly stingy frames.
Nice.
I still have 2. I got 2 full stingy builds that I could do.
That you like didn't realize that you had.
I was like trying to sell for a little while because I wanted to buy something else. I think, but I still have them.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? Woohoo! Wait.
You know what? Don't buy is the I don't know, the Super G 7-inch, like the Plus. Dude, that the gummy thing, dude, that they have.
What's wrong with it? I love that shit.
I don't. So how do you make a 7-inch fly good with that much movement on a flight controller?
Yeah, you're right, dude.
It's like, so how do you
flies fucking fantastic.
How do you lock it?
Flight. I don't know what to tell you.
What
you see, it's actually
you got a Super G, Artie?
Say what?
You have a Super G?
Oh fuck yeah, I do. It's up on the wall. Right?
No, I'm asking a question. I'm not
is it the one that does it have grommets for the stack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Did you do bolts up and then a nut on top bolts up and a nut on top basically?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So a nut on top of the grommets that go inside that, like, the little gummies that go inside, like the stack 40, the 20, the 30 by 30s. Do you put that? Are you putting that on top of that? You putting like a nylon spacer on top, and then like the nut, and then just kind of.
I don't remember what I did, but I think it put it like some kind of spacer. Yeah, but I think it was threaded, a threaded spacer. But I mean, I haven't had any problems. I did it first, but I mean, me and Chad got it worked out.
Okay. I eventually just bolted down with like straight metal steel.
I mean, if I continued to have problems, that was kind of my next thing, as I was going to try. But I've honestly not had any issues. I've had 2 different.
I think John's got one. He's got a Super G.
Yeah, I can't talk shit because of the issue of that stupid Holy Bro 65 amp that blew up. This is my second one that's happened. Like blew up, and how it was reacting in high throttle, like. That hard shake, like, that could be unbalanced problems, but it was just like where I couldn't make it work at all until eventually I got it to work.
Yeah, well, if it's got motion, it can do that too.
It was very abnormal.
It's curious because I think it really depends on what fucking FC and gyro that you're using, like
Holy Bro 87, 65 amp, like 65 amp Holy Bro, like everything was just like solid. And it took 2 weeks to build it. That's like the longest I've ever built. It was clean.
Yeah, I fly mine with a gimbal on the front of it too, with the Nouveau, whatever it's called. Yeah, I can't think of the fucking.
I love the frame. The frame's solid as fuck. It's just like figuring out how to stack it like normal, like my normal way. You know what I'm saying? Like compared to like having this new like way to do how to put it stack. Like, dude, I'm not like when I like move it around, I'm like, whoa, I'm like, how's this like? I mean, Chad, you even saying the same thing, kind of like where you saw the video, it was like stack is moving around. It's solid, but it was.
I mean, you know, I think that I'd really have to see it and feel it myself personally. Like obviously if the fucking FC has lateral movement from the G forces involved with flying, that could be problematic. I don't know if what
like everything's like tightened, like what I'm saying, like everything was snug. It was just like if you move the whole stag, it was like whoa, like
it's no good.
you pushing on it. What, you remember the fucking bobbins that came out a while ago, where they're little rubbing bobbins that people were putting in their stacks. They were rubber and they had the fucking yeah. Those things were causing hella issues for people because they would let the FC fucking move around. I don't know what the
like. It was nothing.
If the shore hardness on the Super G is more similar to like TPU, it's probably okay. But if it is soft like those bobbins, I would question.
No, it's like Rush FPV, kind of like they're gummies, like they're really like
gummy. Yeah,
they're not those like you can buy at Amazon and they're like like super gammy. They're solid. They lock down. On any kind of nylon nut or even metal nut, they'll lock and then they'll grip.
What up, OGL?
Yeah, it was. Oh shit, OGL.
Look at
man.
this motherfucker.
Oh
shit!
The fucking house.
What up, man?
This motherfucker. We miss you, dog. Hope you've been good.
It's awesome, dude.
I talked to him yesterday, actually, on chat for a minute. We were catching up for a sec.
Nice.
Love you, gravy.
In the house. That's an OG Boston guy right there, bro.
Yeah, right.
Hello. Hello.
But rule of thumb I have now, I tried all the different mounted solutions, soft mount this, to give a little leeway here. I literally hard mount everything now, bro.
Dude, like I'll take gummies.
I just gummies inside the holes of the flight controller is the only kind of movement I'll have. That's it, and that's simply just to stop the vibration from getting into the actual PCB.
Yeah, I don't want to be floating around fucking corners. Like, I mean, like those, like you were talking about, Chad, like those like rubber gauntlets with like the metal, molded around it, like where you can mount it to. Like, dude, you would float around corners like on a tune that like you'd be like, you shouldn't be doing that just because your gyros just like doesn't know what's going on.
What happens is you're gonna isolate when you really hard mount. You isolate your noise levels. You isolate them because there's only going to be certain areas where your noise is going to be, but that's where your filters come in. So if you hard mount, you're probably going to isolate your noise level somewhere in the mid-range area. Not too low, not too high. But whatever they are, that's where they are. So you use your notch filters, you're going to knock them right out. That's it.
Right. So like sometimes I've thrown like my sliders like quick just because like I was having super issues after crashing on freestyle.
I mean,
dude, I threw them at like 1.8. Like, dude, out of this world. Like, I was like, all right, probably gonna blow this shit up. And like it flew fucking great. Not gonna lie. Like it was like for just a little bit. And then like after a couple crashes, it was like, all right, everything's back.
I mean, you soft mounted your FPV drone, so
yeah, I soft that.
soft mounted arms.
What I should have had is I should have had an eye in the sky. Second person, watching the drone.
Since it's your first time on the show, you get to do the lightning round, Spagoo.
No.
So, all right. Question number 1: True X or Smushed X?
Smushed X. Smushed X.
Smushed X.
Smushed X.
Would you rather shoot spaghetti out of your fingers or sneeze meatballs?
Meatballs. I think you said sneeze meatballs. Yeah.
Pinch, thumb, or hybrid?
All of them.
Wow,
Yeah,
all of them.
I'm a weirdo.
You're a freak.
I mess with shit all day.
What's your
He legit will. He'll be flying thumbs one day and pinch the next.
What's your signature dance move?
The twerk, dude. Actually, so my girl lost her twerk, and like
you gained the twerk. What is your spirit animal?
The Maine Coon.
The Maine Coon. In one sentence, how would you sum up the internet?
The internet?
Yeah, all of it.
Stress. Stressful.
Isn't it something?
Fly with music, yes or no?
Oh, both sound canceling, everything. Ready to go.
Oh, you're sound canceling? That's crazy.
When I'm ready to when I'm ready to make an actual video, yeah, 100%. I'll put both in.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
And on the side.
Pax, top or bottom?
Pax, top or bottom? Obviously top.
Obviously. Actually.
I don't want to actually lose the pack. That would kill him.
Shag, marry, kill. Oh, I can change it. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, shag, marry, kill. Blackbird, cricket, or steel?
Oh, fuck. That's hard. What is it? Shag what?
Shag, marry, kill. You got blackberry, cricket, and steel are your choices.
I'll kill Doc.
You're killing steel? All right, so you're gonna
take his powers.
Trying to absorb his energies.
And who are you gonna shag and who are you gonna marry?
That's a hard one, man.
Uh-huh.
I said what? Wait.
I said who are you gonna shag and who are you gonna marry?
Shit. I'll marry cricket.
Oh.
All right.
I would marry cricket.
He is a sweetheart.
Lee? You said Lee.
So apparently you're gonna shag Blackbird and marry cricket and kill.
Yeah.
Kill steel.
Shaggy Blackbird.
Blackbird, and then marry fucking cricket.
Oh shit!
Spang.
That's awesome.
All right,
that's what he's gonna do.
Let's get these videos.
I'll do it after
Bang. He's gonna absorb him in other ways.
Get these videos rolling while we keep.
Wait, one last question. Would you be willing to twerk on the show?
Nah, I'm not at that point. No way. No. I just dropped my brand new Bluetooth headphone in the toilet. Nah,
that's how he was practicing.
He's getting ready.
I have to be
for his debut.
That's awesome.
He's gonna go to Steel and be like, there can only be one, and cut his head off.
Dab time. Let's go.
Hi.
Someone's flying back. Back that ass up.
Dude, I just put this fucking
One of the local homies.
Super glue and some fucking duct tape. There we go.
Skate park's cool.
You got me on that shag thing, dude. I killed fucking.
He's like, I killed Steel. I want to take his powers.
So how long have you?
Oh, soulless.
Like I didn't get anything out of it.
How long have you been flying, Spaghetti?
Got spanged.
How long have I been flying?
Mm-hmm.
What was it like? It's like 3 years, maybe.
About 3 years. What got you into
COVID?
What got you into FPV?
So, COVID kind of got me where I kind of went into it a little more just because I had the time and I've always wanted to.
Right.
And at that point, where it was starting to be very open and where you can actually do it and not completely lose, I guess you can say.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-builds, there was that I think that the first drone I got was the actually one of the fastest racing 6S drones. It was the Sport. It was an Emax Sport. or the Emax Pro Hawk.
Oh yeah, I remember that drone.
Yeah, I sent that to a golf and a soccer goal court. A goalpost, dude. Fully inverted, dude. Whiskey throttle. Dude, it just like it just
Exploded. Yeah.
That was probably like one of the best bind and flies for its time. It was like the only thing around that you can get that was halfway decent.
Better than the Wizard.
It was great, dude. Leagues better than the Wizard.
You could get it on Amazon. So like what I thought about it when I got that, and then the Hornet. The Hornet.
What's up, Liz?
iFlight Hornet Cinemove. So I bought both of those on Amazon, and I was thinking that like, all right, I'm gonna mess these up. I'm like, dude, if I break them, I'm like, I won't put them back in the package, and I'm gonna return them and say they're defective because it's Amazon.
Yeah.
Did I say that on TV? No. So yeah. So I was like, I can probably maybe potentially get another set of drones to keep it going, and like literally not gonna lie, that pushed me to that level where I'm like, all right, I'm good now.
Got Bannister post up.
Got a whole nother set, and then I got a little hump, I guess you can say, and started crashing shit even more.
Did you use the simulator at all, or you just started flying?
So never. I didn't use simulator till probably at least like halfway through, and then I started realizing it's super beneficial.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's very beneficial, especially like muscle memory. Like it's just huge.
So the chat wants to know, how long have you wanted to fuck Blackbird now?
You know, in his defense, he actually didn't say it. He just left the last option open.
No, well,
but not saying it. I'm gonna set it all.
No means yes.
no means.
Definitely down to do that. Shit, my headset's dying.
Well, at least it's not in a toilet that I have to let it like settle to find it and watch it. You okay?
Me?
Which one?
I'm great.
Huh?
Oh, we were looking at the chat. It was...
Don't say bad words about.
A fucking knock.
Are you a knock?
Are you a knock?
Am I a knock?
Are you a fucking knock? Yo, where you from?
I'll tell you what though, Night Train is right. I mean, whenever people used to say to me like, how do I get into FPV? I would recommend the Tiny Hawk package they used to have. I don't know if they still have it with the goggles, controller, the Tiny Hawk, and it was like $130, something like that, $140 back then, and it was basically the best entry level for the money. I thought. I had my cousin buy one actually, but I don't know if they even still sell those anymore. But the original Tiny Hawk, the little white one.
Oh, word.
Oh, I know you're talking. Yeah,
They used to come with the goggles, the controller, everything.
Yeah, I don't think they do anymore, but.
But Emax they're a good company. You can't take.
Wow, they're just solid, dude.
Yeah, they're good.
Cheap ass motors, man, and their motors are great.
They're solid and fucking.
I on my racing drone actually.
Dude, you guys remember the old gray like 1700 and like the 2300 and 2306 and 2207?
I got the 2207s right here, dude.
The OGs, like the OG.
I got the red bottoms.
No, the OG grays.
Oh yeah, no,
all gray. Dude, they're like $12 a fucking pop. I love those motors. Those are my favorite motors.
These motors,
yeah, I got the new version.
Looking like wicked cool looking, and then they just like were not durable at all.
Yeah, these motors are about 7 years old. These motors, I'm not even kidding you. That's how old they are.
Dude, my original red bottoms, my 2206 2300s still fucking run. They were on my first drone that I built.
Dude, I got an issue of like taking motors out that are not really fucked up, but I'm like, I just want clean.
Yeah,
I know, I do that too, bro. But
so
you know,
I wasted so much money doing that.
You know what's good about that though? You end up with a collection of motors that are still good. So when something breaks, you still have motors.
I just like to buy motors I know I can get bells for. That's all I care about.
Bells and bearings.
If I get bells and bearings, I'm good. Bearings are easy, but bells are fucking, as long as I get fucking bells, I'm good. Like
everything I buy now is monobell, unibell design. I like the unibell design.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if it's the same fucking brand. If it fits on that 2207 fucking motor winding, then like I'm happy, and then I'll keep buying those style motors just because like I've had like where I put in like a zing to another a GOM on top of that, and I'm like, and I looked at it, I'm like, oh, sick.
I don't remember. Y'all remember the old fucking
I'll be right back, boys.
the fucking race flight motors back in the day? The fucking they were 2-piece, and the fucking magnet, the magnet cylinder would fucking separate from the top end of the fucking whole thing. Like, it was fucking such a.
Well, that's why I started buying these fucking Emax Eco motors because fuck for $13.99 I get a fucking brand new motor. Well, now I can fucking buy twice the motors for the same one I was spending on one. It just didn't make sense.
Right.
Because performance difference isn't that different.
Right.
Like just
It's
in my opinion.
If I'm running an F4 and an H7 right now, dude, I swear after tuning it, I probably couldn't tell the fucking difference. In a big way. I'm sorry that's huge, but I'm just like.
I mean, I feel like.
How the fuck did you get this fucking in the tree? That's what.
Yeah, what the fuck?
How did you get a gate in the tree, bro? Did you like fucking shimmy up that? He's a duck. I guess he flew. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? That's like at least 30 feet in the air, bro. Like, how the fuck did you get that up there?
So he like winched it up and shit. He's been warning us.
Boys, I'll be back. In like 10
you
minutes.
winched it?
Just gotta run outside real quick.
Thanks for the warning.
He uses another drone to like run wire over trees, and then he fucking like
pulls it up.
Shit up.
You're a fucking
That's
crackhead.
fucking awesome.
It's been up there. Like I want to go there so bad. Like, oh, dude, I want to rip my FPV drone, dude, all day with this.
Yeah, that's awesome. Fuck yeah.
You can use a slingshot, fucking, and a arborist bag, and some fucking.
Yeah.
Picture like doing like a trippy around those trees, reverse trippy around the other trees, and then like whip up, and then like go through the loop, and then like fucking spread it.
No, I don't think this is Miles' gravy. This is a forest that looks just like it.
Those trees are tall.
If that's what you're asking.
It's 150 feet.
I don't know how you see those gates.
I'll just like accidentally spank through it. Yeah. Oh shit. Swim through it. I mean, the trees right here are pretty sweet. Like they're all like bare right there, and it's on the tops. Kind of like
Yeah,
mountains.
it does look just like that burn zone.
I'm with you, Blizzard.
This is your path?
I live for the smell of solder on a fresh build. Have you ever got a nosebleed from like lead core solder? Too much of it in your nostrils?
You're not supposed to huff it.
I know, no shit. But like when you just like going straight.
I have no money. I fly anything. Yeah, there's that.
Put a fan on your shit, dude. You gotta blow that. You gotta blow that fucking.
I'm hopping forward right now. Excellent. Hell, I'm just kidding. I don't get a nosebleed, but it definitely like makes my nose irritated. For sure.
I hold my breath, solder, and then breathe out.
Yeah, exactly.
I stopped paying attention to that. I used to.
Well, man, I used to have a little, it's like a little filter, like it's like a fan, so it sucks it away.
Oh, like a little portal one.
Yeah. Well, I do like guitar repair too, so I've been doing soldering like for a long time. So
it's like not good to do that, especially with like lead core flux.
Yeah, well, that's why you gotta get a fan that shit away from. Or get that. Chris Teal's got a rad little vacuum thing for soldering. That's pretty dope.
I used to wear a mask and shit. So like, you know.
I never did.
I did when I very first started, and I was like, yeah, fuck this.
Fuck.
Someone wear a mask. I was like, oh.
Sometimes 608 plays, is this a dab or flex?
Like, or is it my vape that I forget?
I just use my vape to solder.
I survived. Dude, in like 3.5 years, the amount of, I can't even believe it's only been like, I feel like it hasn't been that long. I'm like, dude, the amount of shit that I've fixed, built, and like rebuilt and refixed, rebuilt, and like modified to make better, even though I've like read about shit. It's like, it's crazy how like you do that much fucking work on a quad just to fly it. Like, it takes a lot of fucking work. That's why I see a lot of people that like, they stop fucking flying because
Fizzle out.
You know, they just can't. I mean, it's hard work. I've almost, like I said, I've texted Greg. I'm like, dude, I'm putting my shit on my lawn. Like,
Well, and when you're pushing real hard, man, you're breaking shit a lot.
Bro, I've
man.
wanted to throw away a quad for a strip screw before, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Just like malfunctions that are not about like pushing it hard. Like, I don't care if I break the quad hard, but it's like when I buy something new, and it's not like the past 2 years. It was like past year and a half. Is like where like I buy an ESC or a flight controller, and it would be like the gyros immediately. You could tell right when you take off. It's like it wants to fly away. It's like gone. It's already like a bad product right off the bat.
Well, I mean, that's what honestly pushed me to start buying Kiss. Was because at the time I was just having a lot of bad luck with these like different FCs, different ESCs. I was just like, you know what? I'm fucking tired of
issues.
And it was
issues. Let me try something. Let me spend a little more money on something and see if it's actually more reliable. And it was ultimately for me.
So yeah, I was having issues like HGRC, Hobby Wing, Holy Bro twice. I mean, it just, that obviously when it blew up on like a 7-inch, I was like, all right, I'm done with it. But it was just like where shit was just blowing up where it shouldn't have. And I know that I'm like building a clean quad. Like it should be, there's no reason it should have any issues. It's no issue, 100%. I've like built and fixed a quad like so fast where the solder balls flying everywhere. And like this shit fucking flies. Like this is an extent to it. You know what I mean? But
word. Yeah, no. People nowadays don't understand how good they got it.
I'm gonna get high and edit to the
options
music.
that are pretty solid.
it's more expensive though.
I mean, everything is.
Like an F4 Mamba, like you'd be like, all right, let's $32.
Yeah. It's all expensive.
I think everything's pretty much $100. Like a ESC, $100.
Right.
Like it's just like it's like 98, 89, or like 100 for ESCs.
$608. What do you got? What's the AP drone you're using on this?
Nice.
Mazzatti Blunts. Oh, this is Maddie's bot grinder challenge. Right?
608, there's a killer video. I like that. That's it.
Mavic Mini 2. Gotcha.
Dude, that was my other choice before I got the Giant.
Oh, you get that Mini 3, dude.
I should have got the Mini, man. Probably still have it.
How much is a Mini 3 these days?
600 with the RC remote with the screen,
Is it?
which you want to have.
Yeah.
Get that. It's badass.
Is that it's a Mini 2 or a Mini 3?
Mini 3.
Mini 3.
Mini 3, right?
The Mini 3 Pros. I don't know.
Do they have a ProRes license for that thing?
That I believe so.
Back.
Maddie has got the perps.
Tell me a story.
All the blues are rotated to purple.
I thought he said he's got the perks.
Got the perps.
Got them perks.
Of the day.
That I'd be crazy about.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Greg, you got the video too? My video?
Your video?
Yeah.
We don't
gotta
want
see
to
the
watch
gap
your
right here.
video.
Let's see the gap. Well, but it's long because they
Just
did a whole
kidding.
intro. It's gonna be a new series.
If it was long, probably not.
Yeah. You gotta see this gap, bro. It was like 12
That's what
inches
she
starting
said.
off the wall.
If a video is
Hey,
put on the Discord and it's like over like 4.5, 5 minutes, I don't.
what, dude? I got the bot. Dude, bot played my fucking video last week. 5 minutes. You should play his.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mazzati blunts.
Yes, Yeti. You gotta see how nice I got the walk snail now, bro.
Yeah, Spagoose.
Yeah, it's a good edit. Play it.
What
Is
it?
this where you flew today, Spagoose?
Oh, is it? I'm sorry. I'm all screwed up because like I'm watching like the YouTube feed.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, that's
It's
all
too
you do.
slow.
You have to speed it up.
So how do
Once
I
it gets to-
It doesn't work for me. It'll speed it up, but it never is close.
If you
Like-
go to the little
Not
gear
even
and then
close.
hit playback speed ×2, it'll play back fast until
Oh.
it gets to like as close to live as possible.
Is it
Yeah,
real?
like, to me, it's still like the
Yeah,
lowest. The
mine's-
closest I ever got it was like 8 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
That's
So
pretty much
Hey,
that's
I'm
pretty
like-
much the lowest you can get.
I'm
Is that right?
supposed to see my
Yeah.
kid.
I thought my computer sucked. I'm like, I'm
No,
gonna
dude,
buy a new
it's
computer. It's 'cause
as far as that
the
goes,
stream latency made me want me to buy a computer. I swear to God.
It's a pretty
Yeah.
cool spot though.
Yeah, great. That's the spot.
Yeah, it is.
Oh wait, is that sandwich on the Cape?
Yeah, it's so like I was coming off the Cape and like it started with like after my like I put a new ESC in the 7-inch and like immediately it fucking just like when I started taking off I started punching it started rasping and I was like I'm like just put it away, like I don't even want to deal with this shit. And then after that I was like fuck this, I'm like I'm sending this. Like last squad, bye.
That's annoying.
I guess things got a Vista, dude. It can get salty. It's all good. Imagine if I got 2 quads stuck in somewhere like this. Like this is how I felt today with the FPV drone. I had to walk across like a massive area.
Yeah, I'll send you,
I want to go here.
Greg. I'm gonna send you the
I can't tell
Instagram.
you. I ain't telling you nothing.
I know where this is.
It's like right past what is it? It's like right before the bridge. Like sandwich there.
Yeah, it's the Sandwich Boardwalk.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
I think so.
yeah, it's dope.
It's a pretty sweet, like on low tide. I mean, you're good. If you do crash, like you have a, you know.
Well, I'm not gonna.
25% might
If
fall.
I crash out there, I'm pretty much calling it a loss.
What? No, just walk out, dude. Dude, those marshes when they're low tide, like they're not muddy. If you walk inside like where the gullies that go down, that's where it gets muddy.
I'm never flying near anything that's wet ever again. Greg, I sent you the Instagram post, which is a 15-second video, just a gap, if you want it. I sent it to your personal.
Play his video.
Yeah. Sent to your DM on Facebook.
Chad, check chat. I don't have a way to add that to the current
I
playlist.
put it to your DM. I could send it to the chat.
Yeah, I have to send that one to Chad.
I'll send it to the
He has
pre.
play that
I'll send it to
direct.
the. I'll send it to the pre-production.
I sent it
I
to
gotta
Chad.
show you guys.
Awesome.
I was very proud of myself, bro. I broke like I don't know, 3 or 4 props trying to hit it. You know what I realized too, which is pretty awesome, because on this 3-inch build, I'm running 4-blade props. They protect the motor so much better, the motor bell, than 3 blades, which makes sense because of obviously the physics of it. But the 4-blade props, dude, it like literally a force field around a motor. So if you're crashing in a bando, you'll break the props, and it definitely softens the blow on a bell. I always ran 3-blade props, you know, for the most part, which is much more susceptible.
Right.
You know.
This is awesome sprayer.
Yeah, it's a nice spot right there, bro. It's very chill. The only thing that sucks is when you crash in sand, dude, you gotta clean the motors out, you know?
Oh yeah. Been there. We don't have a shortage of beaches around here, so.
Yeah, I live in Florida, dude. Everything's sand.
Oh yeah, that's true. You got fucking
Everything's
surrounded by
sand.
beaches.
It's not even that, just the foundations, everything is built on sand. Like if you start digging anywhere in Florida, you know, for pipes or anything, you hit sand. No matter where you are. It's not like New York where you hit fucking
Concrete.
bodies.
Yeah.
That's like
fucking clay, you know?
I think Boston is fucking like that. Basically, it's fucking.
Boston is very close to New York. It's all
built
slate
on
rock.
boglands and shit.
Oh yeah, in certain areas, but there's a lot of slate. Like Manhattan is all slate rock. So, you know, the demo of Manhattan, a lot of times you got to blast because it's all slate rock. So in fact, like if you want to know like a little history, one of the first museums in the world, if not the first museum in the world, is the Museum of Natural History. And before that, there was no museums. There used to be what was called cabinets of curiosity, where people would collect random things around the world, and they would charge like a penny at the time because it was the 1800s or 1700s even, and they would see these things they collected around the world. So getting to the point when the Museum of Natural History
That's a
opened,
beautiful shot. Holy shit. That's
yeah, it is sick. When the Museum of Natural History opened, people that had all these collections brought it there, and because it was built on slate rock, there was all these caverns underneath.
Oh yeah, nitro.
You know.
Yeah.
And they stored all this shit in these caverns, and half of it got lost. I'm sure it's because of the geography of the.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy shit. Off topic. I'm sorry. I know we're watching flight videos. My apologies.
Off topic. It's like, I mean, you're talking about sand, ocean, and treasure.
Yeah, it kind of made me venture into that.
That's cool. Where is that? Is that like? Is that
What,
northeast?
where
or-
sprayer was?
No, where he's flying.
That's somewhere on Cape.
Nah, that's not. Is that Cape? That might be Chatham, maybe. Like, I mean, you
Well, he lives on Cape, so I would imagine.
Does he really?
Somewhere
It's an
around
awesome
there,
place
yeah.
to live.
Well, it just depends on like when I'm looking at theirs, like those slopes. Those are only very few places.
Yeah, I was wondering what beach. I imagine somewhere on the Cape.
Where do I know that
Chatham
structure?
Bar. Chatham Bar would create that for
Why
sure.
does that structure look so familiar?
because it's Will Brown. Those guys are always flying over by this spot.
Who?
Will Brown and Cricket and them.
Yeah, that's why. I know I've seen it before.
Oh, cricket!
Artwork.
Was it cricket? I'd marry or I'd fuck.
I would probably marry Cricket. He's probably very good to deal with.
I already killed.
Give you all. The
You already
motors
killed
he has.
Steel, so
See, I would probably marry Steele just because I could take half his shit, like when we divorced.
fucking gold digger
What if he makes
and
you sign a
shit.
prenup, though?
Yeah,
He probably would, the fuck.
You're like, yeah, the cementkidd guy's a gold digger. You better get the prenup out.
18 years, 18 years. And after 18 years, you found out it wasn't his?
Can you sign this real quick? It's just for the delivery of pizza.
He agreed. He agreed.
You agreed. Dude, you guys gotta watch. You gotta watch that episode, bro. That episode is fantastic.
I'd fucking kill him, take his flowers all the day.
Oh,
Why do I have an echo? I have to have.
somebody's got an echo.
That's me. I'm trying to shut it down.
My computer completely like shut down a minute ago. It started making weird noises like my fucking FPV drone.
As soon as I left, the computer was like, "Oh, that's it. I'm dead."
I thought I was like, shit, I probably like sent a virus to me. Shut me down.
Which pilot is this?
It's Vil Brown.
Bro.
Cool. I like that yaw spin on the building. That was pretty sick.
Dude, yaw controls where it's at, where it's always.
Yeah, true story.
You can yaw.
Never skip yaw day.
If you can roll that with that yaw, and you can walk around all day.
True
I like a
story.
nice, quick, snappy fucking yaw, and then directly into a fucking snap roll.
You don't
It's
see
the
that
sickest
anymore.
little combo.
Years ago, there was
What's yaw?
years ago there was one pilot, I can't remember his name. He used to window wash all the time. Like he'd fucking full speed to a window, you know, in a high rise, and just ride the glass. I
Window
can't
washer?
remember who used to do that. It was
Window licker?
washer.
The window.
There's a window washer FPV.
He changed his name
Charlie
to
Potter.
that.
Yeah,
Is that who it was?
Yeah.
was
I
it?
bet
was
you that
Charlie
was who
Potter.
it was. Yeah, that was awesome, dude. Does he still fly?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, because I haven't seen him in a while. I didn't know that. Thank you for that information, dude. Yeah, I used to love watching him fly. He was cool.
What-
Yeah, he was
what would
a
you
flight
do if you
flight 1 pilot for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Flight none.
Dude, if you quit publicly, would you really fucking quit?
Dude, there is no quitting in this hobby. This
There's
is
no-
one of those hobbies
Well,
where,
if I-
quit publicly,
extended
but, like,
breaks.
I'm ripping.
listen,
If I were to quit, it would be a gradual fizzle out, and then it would just be a thing that I sparingly do.
No, like you see, you know the first
And I
person
don't
I
see
think
that
of.
happening.
You know who the first person I think of when you talk about that is Sharpoo, bro. Sharpoo was, everybody that knows FPV knows who Sharpoo was. But I never seen anybody except for him just straight up be like, I'm done, and that was it. He was
Yeah,
done.
he hard quit.
He fucking straight up like rage quit, bro. He was like, I'm
Well,
done.
he didn't
and
rage
that's
quit.
it.
He had a way better fucking just career.
Yeah.
With animation going on that.
No, but I'm saying it's like most people's, like myself. You just sometimes you fall out of hobbies, but you come back, bro. You know what I mean? But he was the first person I ever see who was just like, I'm done. And that was like fucking 7 years ago, bro. He never came back. That was it. He was it. It was done.
He pops up on the Rotorite Facebook page once in a while. If someone tags him, he'll usually respond.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think he still pays attention to the.
That guy was like.
I honestly wouldn't be.
Messiah,
I wouldn't
bro.
be surprised if he's still flying, just not posting.
Doesn't
You know?
post, yeah.
Yeah,
That
why
guy
not?
was amazing. Could you
I
imagine
mean,
what
if
he
you're
could do
bored and you
now?
have a drone and you have nothing else to do, and it.
Yeah, like why wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
exactly.
Why wouldn't
That's
you?
why that goes to my point where I don't think anybody would ever actually totally fall out of the hobby, because it's something that's so therapeutic that even if you don't want to post anymore, you're still gonna get that satisfaction of you know, just putting
Yeah,
the goggles on, you know.
Like, if I need a fucking like a serotonin release or something like that, having a bad day, I don't need to record a damn thing. I could just put my goggles on, go fly a couple packs, and I'm
Right.
usually like, let's go.
I delete like 90% of my shit. If I'm
What do I?
hard drive, like it might go from an SD card to a hard drive, but dude, by the time you don't get the time to, if you're gonna fly, say 3 times in a week, dude, and you fly 3 times good, you know, 3 good sessions, dude, I'm not gonna edit all those.
No.
No way.
You just pick-
Well, I think raw packs, like I like the raw posts. I used to do that all the time on Instagram. Like if I just had a good pack and I didn't feel like editing, I would throw it into a story and just take the best 60 seconds of it.
Right.
You know
That's
what I mean?
what I do. That's what I do with the GoPro app. Like that edit tonight. Like that edit, dude. I didn't put that on my computer. That was
Yeah,
completely on my
straight through the
computer.
phone, yeah.
I mean, completely on my phone, through the system.
I've done tons of edits on my
record it
phone.
and Put it on the rush.
Me too, dude.
Rush
The problem is with that phone is it compresses the shit out of your footage.
Oh, of
What you
course.
do is you use. What I do is I use UCut. You ever try UCut?
No.
UCut is awesome, dude. UCut, you bump up the bit rate, the frame rate, and
Control that.
you could control it, and then
Really?
you could download it straight. You could upload it, I should say, straight to Instagram, I use it all the time. UCut is great, bro. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a powerful software, but it's definitely good if you're looking to throw in just a 60-second clip. You know,
I just use Adobe Rush on
socials,
my on my phone.
That's what Adobe, but like after I compress it, sometimes like when I'll either download it straight raw from like the Google app. I mean, not Google, the GoPro app, or like I'll edit from the GoPro and then I'll export, then I'll bring it back in just to like do some fine tune cutting. Like,
you gotta watch that shit, though, man. I mean, you know, when
I'm like compressing it 3 times. Like,
every
like,
fucking time you render, if you're not rendering like, you know, a really high-end codec, like a, you know, really nice ProRes or fucking DNHR or something. If you're not using like
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, feel that. Like
at that point, like where I don't know if it's worthy, it's worthy.
I mean, I just like,
we're not worthy.
I've just seen a lot of I've seen a lot of shit in FPV videos that could have completely been avoided, though, if just by not using, you know,
100%.
a phone or something, or, you know, whatever the case is. It just depends. It's just like, you know.
Who's this flying?
It's like if I skip GoPro app and then I go right to like just go from.
This is a snappy.
This is Rooney FPV.
Rooney, yeah, I know Rooney. Yeah, awesome, snappy. I love it. Good pilot.
Right now, I'm working on the correlation of like the different codecs and how YouTube treats the overall brightness. I'm starting to notice a trend, and I'm trying to work through it. Because I've been rendering a bunch of stuff in different codecs and been uploading it and looking at it afterwards. And like ProRes seems to be one of the least affected, actually.
Is that right?
Yeah,
the least effective to download on like a mobile app on 4G or 5G, like with that big of file size.
Bro, I mean, I work with RAW, so I mean that shit is just ridiculous. Like ridiculous.
Pressing that, and like you're making a fucking 3-minute video in still a 4-minute, you know, a 4 gig or 2.5 gig.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt the file sizes are gonna be huge.
Mobile size, like you can't watch that high quality. Even at 1080, you're gonna accidentally have fucking skips.
Ah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. As long as
right, Chad.
I mean, as long as, you know, it's not ridiculous on the bitrate side of things. I mean, YouTube re-encodes everything anyways, but they will kind of I think they take some of it and kind of leave it what it is. I've seen some 60 frame videos that were really high frame rate and high bitrate. It tends to not work well. Like, so if you're doing 60 frame and you're cranking up your bitrate, you're more likely to have skipping when you're trying to play it back from stuff.
Holy shit! I'm not even subscribed.
That was good.
My bad, bro.
Who is this?
This is
awesome, dude.
No, this is Growl FPV.
I'm behind. I just subscribed to Rooney though. I didn't even know
I haven't even.
I'm so bad with that, dude. There's so many pilots that I know and I talk to that for some reason, because I'm an idiot, I'm like, wow, I'm sorry. I'm not subscribed.
You're a dumb pilot. I'm a dumb pilot. Just good. Not serious.
Yeah, no. Well, tapping back on Sharpoo for a second. I know that conversation was like 10 minutes ago, but I'll tell you what. Like, people that are new into the hobby, they don't even realize that guy was like the godfather, bro. Like, back when he was flying, I mean, Nays 32s, I mean, tuning was impossible almost to today's standards. And I mean, the stuff that guy did was just amazing, bro. Groundbreaking. I mean, and I forget who the pilot was the other day that posted the spot that Sharpoo used to fly at, that Bando. And I forget what they call it, like Sharpoo something, Sharpoo Bando or Sharpoo Paradise, something like that. And half of the pilots that were commenting were like, oh, great spot, bro. Wow, that's a great location, bro. And they had no idea. And I'm like, right. Dude, that, like, I'm like, do some fucking research and look up Sharpoo if you don't know who it is, because like he's like one of those pioneers of FPV. True story.
He made it look good. No matter what.
Exactly. No
that's
matter what.
To look up, like, with those pilots is that knowing that they had, like, I came into this this hobby where it was good, you know, like it wasn't as bad as what they had, and like compared to what I'm complaining about compared to what they had.
Oh, dude, nowadays it's like
I look up to this.
Yeah, back then they didn't even have fucking air mode.
All in the
They didn't have air mode, dude. They used to have a trick.
If it went
I forget
zero
what they used to
throttle,
call
it
it just used to just fall out of the sky like a leaf. It was actually a trick. I forget what it was called, but they'd go to zero throttle, it was just like,
Drop dead.
like then they'd rearm and like whatever. You
They
know?
like made a prop wash into a trick.
Yeah.
I call this one the prop wash.
You aim her right out of there.
When I first came into the hobby, actually, is when air mode just became a thing. And I remember Bodwell was the gravy flick. Upside down disarm 608. But anyhow, I remember Bodwell was posting videos talking about air mode, how to use it, whether it works, blah, 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 what the advantages are. And at the time I came in, I implemented air mode right away. So I never realized what it was like to fly without air mode, as where the OG pilots did fly without air mode. You know what I mean? And like, I can't even imagine what that must have been like. You know, because you go to zero throttle now and you hold, you're locked. That's it. You go to zero throttle with no air mode, and you have to figure out whether you're looking up or down or left or right. You don't even know where you are because your quad just goes out of control. You know.
Yep.
Throttle set, yeah. Thanks, Shane. Right. Throttle set. It wasn't even air mode back then. It was actually a mode.
It was idle up.
Controller. Idle up. Right. Exactly. I remember, and Steele implemented it where he would have the idle up on where he could arm and disarm it, where he could have the prop spinning and hold it in his hand, and the gyro wasn't active. I don't know if he still does that.
That's Kiss, but that's Kiss.
That's Kiss, yeah.
Kiss.
No, that was
No, but you can implement it for better.
Once you take off, your PIDs are active.
I've done it on Better Flight.
100% you can do it on Bayflight, dude.
You
did it on
can't.
Butterfly,
Listen
too.
to me. You can, but once you throttle up and take off, it no longer works.
The gyro, right.
With Kiss, you can dump
doesn't
throttle,
matter.
and it will.
Yeah, which
Go
is
back
very
to-
dangerous too, by the way, because if you accidentally arm and your throttle is up, the fucking quad just takes off like a missile. That happened to me a
What's
couple
dangerous
times.
is preamps.
You shouldn't be able to arm if your throttle's up.
No. With Kiss, if you're
Back
using
in the
that
day,
idle
you
up,
could.
if you're using that idle up with Kiss, and you're in that mode where idle up and it's spinning at 1053 or whatever you have it set to, your throttle's up and you hit arm, the quad is gonna take off. It'll take your fucking face off. I know because it almost happened to me.
Dude,
You know.
I just had my first actual fly away, full uncontrolled. Don't know what I'm gonna do with throttle, but like I had total fucking pitch roll, all that shit, but like no control on throttle.
Yeah.
And it was like Kiss, and it was the G4, Greg. It went fucking straight to the skies. I was full throttle. Like I didn't
Probably
even.
had your.
I
You
just
probably turned
armed
your
it and
filters
just
off.
went-
didn't
I
you?
had a racing quad. I hit a gate and I fucking actually blew out before I was using bolts for standoffs. I was using shitty standoffs. I broke a standoff when I hit a race gate and the quad just fucking would not throttle down. It just was fucking. It was insane. I couldn't get it to fucking come. I had to disarm and let it crash because I couldn't get it to come down.
Dude, I literally had to stop flying after it. It was that like my house.
Is this it? This is it. This is the video.
Oh,
this is
this is
Murders. This is the video I was talking about, bro. This is the actual video that I was commenting on. This is the this is Sharpoo's spot, bro. Yes, this is it.
that's
This
funny.
is the exact video.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes, I can't believe it, bro. That's so crazy.
That's funny.
I'm glad that you had this in this, Greg. It's awesome. Yeah, so this is the video where people commented like, "Oh, great spot, bro," blah blah blah. Meanwhile, the name of the video is Sharpoo Paradise, something like that, right? I watched this. Yeah, it's something like that.
I didn't look at the name.
Sharpoo something.
Exploring Saint Sharpoo.
Saint Sharpoo, dude. I know. I see. Sometimes my brain works. Sometimes it doesn't. But as soon as I seen the spot, I was like, "This is it," you know. But this was the spot. He did some groundbreaking shit here, dude. Juicy flicks for the first time you never seen until Sharpoo did it through this building. That was 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Awesome.
And
was it?
flying a quad and doing what?
Who just flew it recently that like did like sickest like one pack?
This is right now. This is the video I was talking about.
Is this
Yeah.
the one?
Yeah. This is the one.
Right,
Murders.
okay, maybe I've just watched it too many times and I thought you were talking about something else. Alright.
Saint Chapu is the name of the video.
No shit.
Yeah.
It's
This
just
spot
like
is dope.
like a whole
Bro.
dimension.
Look at all these gaps, man. It's just insane. I'm probably 30 seconds behind the stream, so when I'm watching
Like
this,
any multiverse. This is
look at that
multiverse.
gap. I mean, I'm looking at a different time frame, but these little holes, dude, they gotta be like maybe 2 feet in diameter. That's awesome. This is a great spot. This is a great pilot, bro.
Like, no, this is for a
Murders kills
toilet.
it.
This is for
Murders
a
is
toilet.
a beast. Yeah, if you guys ain't subscribed to Murders, dude, this kid's a total beast.
This shit like
Kills it.
how do you guys get the signal? Like if I'm running DJI right now, like there's no fucking way if I'm
No,
outside.
he's definitely spotty, dude. He's gotta be.
Huh?
I mean, it's just he's gotta have spotty signal. This is.
Well, I
He's
mean,
definitely flying through some
I would've-
fucking static, without a doubt. Or pixelation if it's digital. I'd imagine he's flying analog though.
You don't think so?
I think he's flying analog, unless he's flying
Oh
HC0.
yeah, 100%.
He's probably either
I'm just saying.
HC0 or analog, one of the two. There's no other way you
Yeah.
can fly in an environment like this because
Let's
there's
see
too
if
much.
his video shows what he's flying.
Yeah, there's too much reaction time involved with a flight like this where you can
Like
be
right
flying
there.
in DJI. There's no way. You know?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's just
He's running a DJI 03 unit.
Is he? Wow. I can't
Really?
even believe it.
What is he running?
Yeah,
A
this-
patch? Is he running like a patch and he's like fucking sitting?
I'm gonna
Like
say
a
that.
certain corner?
I'll just say that the penetration on 03 is
it was good.
pretty damn
Yeah, but
good.
so is the latency.
I mean, yeah.
For a flight like that, he's flying according
Not
to the
gonna lie.
latency. He's got to be.
Oh,
That's a very reaction
I don't
oriented
know.
flight.
The latency on 03 stays pretty
Dude,
consistent.
I haven't even lost even the fucking bar on that shit. When I
It
fly.
doesn't move.
Not gonna lie. I mean,
No, but I'm saying the
definitely
latency is, what is it, like 30, 40 milliseconds, right?
It's like 30, I think.
Roughly, yeah.
Well, again, it depends on if you're shooting 60 frame or 120. That's
Right,
gonna make
60
a
will be
difference. 60 will be higher.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yes.
So
The
120
more
is lower.
120 is gonna have the lowest latency. Yeah.
Yeah, like milliseconds
But-
is
but-
like you want to have like in 50. right?
But the challenge, like I said, the challenge is
No, that's millisecond. That's what's megabytes per second, right? Is that wait? Is the other way around? Milliseconds and then megabytes per second is where you want to be higher.
yeah, your meg per second you would probably want
Want
50.
higher.
Yeah, but
Right, and then it's high. Okay.
Yeah, but that limits, you can't fly with too many pilots when you do that. That's right. Am I wrong about that? I don't fly DJI.
no, if you're flying
Yeah.
50, you're gonna have a limitation in pilots.
Right.
That's why we always, when we would do stuff at Pilgrim, it's like everybody had to fly 25 because
Yeah.
there was no way we could. Like I could tell immediately too. Like I'd be ripping and somebody would go up flying 50. And they might be like, I might be on channel 1 and they might be on channel 8 on DJI, and all of a sudden I'm seeing black lines in my video, and I'm like, bro, you flying 50? He's like, yeah. I was like, switch your shit to 25 , bro, and then it would be fine.
Punch you in the face.
And then I just took my quad and
Oh, dude.
fucking shredded them with it.
I will
Everybody
take
will
my
have great
10-inch quad
video.
and drive it straight into the ground right in front of you like I did Cementkidd. I will totally just dust you with my quad.
Dude, I'll never forget that.
1250.
That one dude got so bent out of shit. I was flying the 8S rig that one day.
I
He was
remember
so
that.
mad because I was
remember the
buzzing.
pilot. I'm not gonna mention.
I'm not gonna
names,
mention
but I
names
remember.
either, but yeah.
It's like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Stop flying. I'm like, dude, he's all right. Don't worry. No, I don't feel comfortable. It's like there's fucking 35 pilots here. What are you worried about? We're okay.
I love him. No, I love him.
Nah, he's
I
good
love him.
people.
Yeah, he's
I
good
would never
people.
talk
It just,
bad.
it
I'm
was
just
just,
saying,
it
people
was
a
just
certain
funny
way,
at the
you
time.
know.
Well, I mean, not for nothing. 8S 10 inch is not the
No,
most.
he
it's
never flew with you either. So
it's
he
an
didn't know, you know?
intimidating thing.
Somebody was scared.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
scared the shit out of a pilot one day. Because I was fucking with dragon ears. I kept buzzing the tower with the 8S rig, going like 100 miles an hour. Fucking dude. He was losing. This dude lost his shit. And then that was the time when
he was legit mad, bro.
the packs, I actually almost caught the whole quad on fire because my packs were puffing in flight. Like, that was funny.
He was. Can I just say one thing? Insane. He was doing fucking punch outs at 100 and probably 120 miles an hour. Like, I mean, I'm talking 89-degree tilt. This kid was just fucking ripping, flying. And then one of the pilots was like, "Dude, you're flying too close." This and that. It turned into a thing. Like, they got mad.
I know. I was just respectful and. It was just like, look, I was like, bro, I am not gonna hurt you. Like,
that's the thing.
Nah, but it was.
I mean, I get it, dude. I get it. This shit's intimidating. When you hear that quad going by that fast, it will make your hair stand up.
Especially when it crashes in front of you and takes up like
that was
that was pretty crazy.
That was the bandolero.
And then the pilot tells you, "Oh, I'm sorry, I lost video." Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yo, that was a good landing for no video, bro. That was a good ass landing for no video.
I'm just breaking chops, dude. I always trusted flying, which you always did. I never had any.
That was actually because I turned on the DVR while I was trying to fly.
Besides that one flight, you're pretty good, you know.
There's levels, like when you get to a point, dude, there's levels of like where like, all right, I see unsafe and then not, fully fucking.
Well, dude,
I get obnoxious when I fly, which is why. So
Dragon.
I'm obnoxious when I'm by myself.
But that's the thing is, I'm sorry, Chad. I know I see you keep trying to talk. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying me and Dragon had there was this thing where Dragon, I would always fuck with him and so I would take the 10-inch and because on really low throttle the 10-inch is mad quiet, right? So I could basically creep in right by Dragon and then
a Harley when it's low.
And then blip throttle and just like fucking everybody. Everybody shits themselves once on the throttle.
You know why that is though?
I'm the only one commenting.
This kid's a beast. I'm listening to him. I'm actually multitasking, multi-listening. But you know what the thing is with those macro quads, dude? They're bi-blade.
That bi-blade sounds crazy.
They're like a Harley.
Yeah.
Ferraris? Yeah, the Ferrari fucking.
They're like a Harley though. When you're just idling, they're like
super quiet. Yeah.
They're low, but then when you hit that throttle, the thing because they're bi-blades, they just they take off like a missile, dude. You know?
Fucking bad boys.
Wow, look at this spot, dude. That's awesome. Who's this?
That was funny,
too close
dude.
to the sun.
But yo, that was the one where I was like, he comes up there, he was yelling at me, and I was like, dude, I'm flying. You gotta wait till I bring it in. And then I came in, and he comes running up to me, and I'm like, bro, you gotta wait. You gotta wait until I unplug this quad because these packs are about to catch on fire right now.
Dude, I remember that. I swear to God, it was like uncomfortably like tight situation for a second there, and I was like, oh boy, here we go.
He was an FPV pilot too.
Yeah,
he's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
He's just
he just didn't know. It was like the second time we ever flew together, and it was the first time he ever saw my 8S rig. Fucking.
Okay. So I'm fucking rapping it, dude. Like this.
Yeah,
I'm still subscribed to him. He still posts videos, dude. He still flies. He's a good
dude. Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah. Like fucking. After we talked that day, it was squashed. It was completely squashed. Yeah, it's never been an issue since. He gets it now. Now that he's seen.
Now Quad does orbits around them when they fly. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's seen me fucking do some shit with those quads. Oh, is that it? That's it. Oh shit. That's it.
Dude, put on my dive gap video. It's 15 seconds.
All right, where's it at?
It's in the chat.
Dude, this sign was literally 12 inches from the building, and I was like, I gotta hit this. It's fucking awesome, dude. This is the Instagram one, so it's short. It's like 15, 20 seconds. 40 seconds, whatever it is. But this is a 3-inch build, bro. My walk snail. The latency is so low. It's just awesome. I'm loving this walk snail setup.
Like the walk snail. Huh?
I'm loving it, dude. I'm loving it. It really is. It's incredible. And you know what's funny now is a lot of people, a lot of the big reviewers are posting how awesome walk snail is getting. which is cool because I think that HD0 just took
It's
the spotlight because of how
fucking-
awesome their goggles are, which respectively and rightfully so. I mean, I get it, but I think that Walk Snail kind of is like the most underrated digital system of the three, I think, you know? And I'm not saying that because I own it.
They're
I
all
just-
fucking.
They're all
Oh
awesome,
shit!
yeah.
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Like I just got those, like that new FPV drone.
I heard my thing go through. That's definitely not the right video.
That's not the right video.
Let me see when it comes up on the stream because I'm delayed. But this is a.
It was one day ago. MPV episode. Is that
Oh
what it?
yeah. That's it. You're right. Yeah, just fast forward to the point where you see me in the air. Because the first.
That's what I did.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
But this song is awesome too. I fucking love it. But this whole series is me mixing in music videos with the flight. So I did it a couple times before. You guys know you've seen. So
He's trying to go for a fucking copyright strike. Fucking
I don't care, dude.
thingy.
That's
What's
one of the things I mentioned
a record?
Yeah, so check out the sign, bro. See the sign? How close it is to the building? I'm like, my daughter had a birthday party here, and I was like, dude, I gotta hit that. You know what I mean? I was like, I want to power loop into it. You know? The end of the video, I hit it.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's a gap, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. I actually hit it twice, but the one time I'm actually having one problem with the Walk Snail where for some reason, even though I have it set to record both when armed, it doesn't arm the VTX. I don't know why. So I'll actually have to manually hit the button. It's probably something to do with the firmware.
Yeah.
Well, I probably just have to redo the firmware on it, but it still works. But even set to automatic, it won't automatically start recording. So unfortunately, the instance where it happened was the first time I hit it, which it wasn't a power loop into it, which is what I was trying to do. But it was still a pretty awesome part of the day.
What do you guys think about that new DJI goggle?
It's the same, dude. It's basically like a light version.
I'm not sure that I like the integrated battery. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure that I would want that.
I think that the biggest selling point is the fact that it doesn't have that touch screen scrolling apparatus that the first goggle had. A lot of people were complaining about that. I think that having the actual traditional
Well, you saw some
5-point
people.
scroll wheel.
I don't know what Bardwell said. I actually hadn't had a chance to watch it, but they pulled the SRT file from the recordings, and it's logging your longitude and latitude if that telemetry is there. So a lot of people are speculating that DJI is about to add remote ID. Yeah.
They won't though, because what
they might have to, man. It's not about what they want.
Blunty made a good point, and that is that the O3 Air unit doesn't have the capability of implementing remote ID. Something with the hardware of it, it's not capable of it. You can't just add remote ID to it. There's a certain chip that's missing from it where you can't the O3 Air unit. You cannot implement remote ID on it without without.
That's what we were saying.
Chip.
Pretty good.
We were saying that it's just because they were going to sell you the 04.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the 04A. But 03 actually stands for the. You would know better than me.
OcuSync 3.
OcuSync 3. Yeah. So if they were doing 04, they would probably do an 03 V2 maybe. You know what I mean? Where who knows? But whatever the case may be, I commented on that video and I actually said something that people agreed with, which was, it doesn't make sense for DJI to stuff remote ID down your throat because all they're doing is hurting their consumer base by doing that.
It has nothing. It's not their decision, though.
Well, that's what I commented is that unless it's forced upon DJI, they're not going to do it on their own.
They're not an American company, so they're not exactly.
Well, I mean, they've already added it to the Avata. They've already added it to the Avata.
But the Avata, they have to do it too, though, because it's a ready-to-fly drone. Any ready-to-fly drone has to be remote ID. That's the reason why they did that, and that's the logic behind it. But anything that is built, it's not required by law yet to have remote ID. So if it does turn out where you do need to have remote ID, regardless of whether it's self-built or purchased as ready to fly, then they will most likely, they probably already have plans in the works to release an air unit that is compatible with a remote ID required drone.
I would expect to see a remote ID VTX from DJI in the future, to be fair. I believe you will see it.
Like by law, they have to. 100%.
Well,
like, they're not gonna give it to you.
Of course they will. Yeah.
Listen, the L3 technically doesn't have to do it, like, because it's a home built drone, but at some point they're gonna try to shove it down our throats, and it's not that DJI is gonna do it; the FAA is gonna do it.
The FAA is gonna do it, yeah.
And DJI is already
not gonna fall. They're not gonna fall into the back shuffle with that. They're on top of it. If and when.
Oh, I'm sure they're prepared, and
they're prepared.
Like old school Vistas.
And I don't know what chip that fucking Blenny's talking about, but the fact is that
I'm known for misquoting people. So let me just say,
well, no, it doesn't even matter. I mean, there's people out there right now developing remote ID compliant devices. Okay, DJI could effectively say yes. I don't know why they would necessarily, but they could say yes if you're going to use our system. Because you got to remember, DJI is already under the gun via the U.S. government.
They own the government,
huh? What?
Big Brother's watching.
Big Brother's watching. No, but the DJI is already on the government's fucking hit list as far as like you can't use DJI products for any governmental project, period.
I wouldn't say the word, I think hit list is a strong word. I think that DJI is in their scope because they realize that if they want to make this the monetary thing, which they plan on doing, the government, not to talk about conspiracy theories, DJI is literally the first company that they would consider to implement whatever needs to be implemented when it comes to consumer deliveries.
What 608 saying? So the big thing about these, the new goggles have GPS built in. Okay,
they do. So you don't need the phone.
Well, you still might need the phone.
You don't need the phone. That's what Blenty was saying. Is that since the GPS is built into the goggles, you no longer would have to plug into.
Yeah, that's gonna be for their fucking.
You don't need the phone for GPS, but that doesn't mean
that's where remote ID applies right now, is with the ready to fly drones. So I think that's another reason why they released the goggles.
I think what Blenny is saying is that you don't need the phone for the GPS of the phone like you do currently with the previous generation of the Avata and the Goggles 2. Since the Goggles 2 didn't have a GPS, you had to have a phone to use the GPS of the phone to be compliant. Since they've added a GPS to the goggle, that is a strong indicator that remote ID compliance is coming from DJI. Period.
I think they're just covering their bases more than anything, too.
They have to, because at some point, unfortunately, whether or not we like it, remote ID is a thing, and we're going to have to figure out how to deal with it, whether or not you comply.
I'm pretty sure that the DJI is only doing that for their pre-built lines, like their fucking DJI, like the Avata, the fucking.
They're covering their bases.
They might.
They're 100% covering their bases. Dude.
I don't see it being logical. Like Bug said, you could put a fucking O3 on an RC car, or like I said, I've seen people use VTX and goggles to build mech suits.
Don't give them.
Why are you going to need a fucking remote ID for a mech suit?
You don't, but it. Let's just say that DJI's done a lot of other really dumb shit.
Or you don't need a remote ID to spang at like below tree level or higher, like right over tree level. Like what the
Based
fuck?
on FAA's regulations, the builder is responsible for compliance, not the manufacturer.
You see, there's a whole other side. There's a whole other side to this coin right now, and that is that
very true. 608, 100%. Nothing's logical when we're talking about politics and governmental fucking oversight.
Very, very true. I agree 100%. But there's a whole other side to this coin that we're not even thinking about, and that is and it's a smart move on FPV community's part. They're trying to eliminate the 250 gram limit, because right now, regardless, remote ID, no remote ID, under 250 grams, we all know You're not required anyway, at least at this point in time. But because that rule is like a minute thing from the World War II time, if they were able to change the law from 250 milligrams to a full
kilo.
1,000 kilo, then there's literally 99% of the drones that are in the sky, of course, besides macro zones and stuff like that, are gonna fall under that. If that happens and that law is changed, then we are going to find a loophole that totally shuts down remote ID altogether, which I think is fantastic. But I personally don't think that they'll ever allow that law to pass. Because it's got.
I'm just saying, when you got every news network showing what's going on with the Ukraine and how they're dropping grenades and shit on people, we have a problem. I'm sorry.
They could have done that like fucking 30 years ago. I could have done with my first.
Well, you could do it with a fucking remote control car too. I mean, you could drive a remote.
Anything, dude.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, you could do it with a kite.
Story. You could do it with a fucking. You could do it with helium balloons if you wanted to. It's fucking.
But the reality is, it's about perception, whether or not we agree with it.
It's all over the place now.
And it's all over the place. You see fucking pictures. We were talking about before the show. I just saw an article where they had literally pictures of 5-inch mini quads with RPG warheads strapped to them, which was just the most asinine thing I think I've ever seen, because there's no way it would even take off with that payload. I mean, it was just, you know what I mean? Or it wouldn't be practical. It just is dumb. If it did
take off, it would get across the field before the motor smoked and the battery died.
Well, I mean, as long as it gets 100 yards.
But you got to remember, we are fighting against a perception.
They're not thinking about fucking long range, fucking 3 miles. Like, they're thinking about like trying to get it over like the fucking next block.
Listen, listen. If you have a person with enough,
blow this shit up.
The bottom line is, if you have a person with enough ingenuity and enough drive, they could take.
You're gonna do whatever they want,
and turn into a weapon. That's the bottom line.
Agreed.
That's like 6 pounds.
Just the issue I'm hoping it doesn't come arise is like, this stuff becomes a lot more mainstream. You're gonna get the old Karens that are not only just gonna not like drones, they're gonna immediately call the cops on you and be like, "I see a terrorist outside."
Yeah, bro. Like, seriously,
immediately we're terrorists because I'm fucking flying FPV at fucking Tremont Nail Factory.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's the scary part. It's about perception. It's about the public's perception of what FPV is, because when you have when you get inundated with articles of FPV drones carrying destructive payloads, and they're literally saying FPV drone used in war. You know what I mean? That's all Karen knows, bro. That's all they know. They don't do their own research. They're fucking just.
You're 100% right.
You know what I mean? They're fucking bringing in like that fucking whatever they see on CNN or fucking Fox or whatever it is. That's what they know.
But the administrators of our government that are like controlling all this, like FAA, like all that shit, they take all that fucking bullshit and play, and they have no understanding of what's going on.
I mean,
listen, I'll tell you, you know what the thing is,
like an issue that like that.
So I'm going to be very honest with you. You know what my opinion is? Our community itself is so small. It's a fucking less than a drop in a bucket of what's going on in their brains. Our opinion means nothing to them, bro. You know what they're thinking of right now? The technology is growing. Obviously, drones have been implemented in warfare for the last 20, 30 years, probably. It's just, what we're exposed to is what we're exposed to as far as what we see as the public. But what they're thinking of is the consumer money-based aspect of it, in my opinion. And what they want to do, the reason why the drone FAA, remote ID is so prominent right now is because they want to get everybody out of the air so they can bring themselves in the air, and they can do what they want to do, deliver, Amazon, whatever it is that they're doing.
Money.
Control and money.
That's a damn White House down. That's right. Fucking...
True story, yeah. Remember that? With the fucking little baby drones coming in and blowing everybody up. Gerard Butler saves the day.
But the reality is that is what the
Gerard Butler should have a drone.
Run on that bitch.
Unfortunately,
Gerard Butler should totally be a drone pilot. I think.
What we need to do as a community is change the narrative. That's my take. You gotta fucking show the good side and fucking because right now all fucking people know is what they see on Fox and CNN, and That's it. If all they see is people are strapping grenades to drones bad.
That's what they think it is.
Drones
Yeah,
bad. And
especially
so
if that's the first time they ever see an FPV
yeah,
drone.
dude.
Story. Yeah.
Like, this monster exists that could kill us at any moment.
Bro,
Greg, you just made a
just wait till some
fantastic point, bro.
yo.
The majority of the world doesn't even know we exist. When they see how many people how many times have you flown your drone FPV and somebody walked over to you and said, "Oh, what's that?" You know what I mean? Like,
yo, but just wait. I'm telling you, wait till somebody fucking takes a drone and drops a fucking bomb on a school and it's a wrap. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, so it's
right. It's over. Once the public eye is involved, our entire fucking hobby is finished, dude. I hate to be the harbinger of death, but you're right. All it takes is something like that. Some crazy lunatic that fucking has a release mechanism on his controller that does something really stupid like that, and it's all over, bro.
I mean, dude, the reality is I hate to say it, but the reality is it is bound to happen. It's bound to fucking happen. 608. I mean, some fucking sick person is gonna try to fucking do some dumb shit, and it's gonna fuck us up. And I hate to be that guy, but it's unfortunately my.
That's why.
That's why I get
annoyed whenever somebody fucking shares one of those fucking Ukraine
videos,
bro. Like on the face, on the drone page, it's like, all right, we all know that they do.
Or like fucking strapping guns to them, bro. Like
somebody,
dude, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
All it takes is one person to be like,
throttle lock. Dude, we're all gonna have those little key things, for like a trigger lock.
Attack, dude, that would be a main thing to fucking. I specialize in it.
You know what the crazy thing is? I'm going to speak, I think, for everybody here that is a little tinkery. If they were to shut down drones altogether, let's say the end of the world was coming for drones and our hobby, I would find a fucking way to build my own drone. I would use Scotch tape and fucking bubble gum if I had to, and I would still get up in the air.
It would be, oh my god, it would be incredibly hard to
eliminate
ban drones.
It's impossible now.
Like, you can make your own flight controller out of
out of a Wii.
All you need is a PCB.
Really want to.
That's it.
You just need a gyro.
That's it. And you could take that out of a fucking broken cell phone. But that's not nice, 608. That's not nice. I think my current builds are pretty up to fucking spec, all right?
That's fucking funny as fuck.
I build tight, dude. I don't fuck around when I build. I love building. Tight. True story. I know you kidding.
But
yeah, I feel that.
Just be safe when you fly. Like, if there's people around, don't fuck, and you don't have anybody else with you to spot, don't fucking fly. Like, I fly proxy, like real tight, like 2 trees. I'm in an area to make sure that people understand that I'm just flying air, but like I don't go big on the entire fucking area that I would wish I could.
People are stupid though.
They are.
Well, there's a lot of stupidity out there.
Can I tell you a story? I hope the guy's not watching right now, but if he is, you know what? He deserves to be told he's a fucking idiot. And that is, you see that video you just posted? That was called Urban Air, which is a trampoline park for young kids, right? I'm flying. The place is closed. I mean, it's posted on the website, closed. It opens at 12 p.m., 5 days a week, and that's it. I'm flying. Next thing you know, I'm changing packs, and this dude's walking with his little kid. I mean, infant. Underneath the sign. Like, dude, don't tell me you didn't see me fucking diving the gap, trying to hit the entranceway. And the dude is walking with his kid. I'm still armed. And I'm like, bro, like, do you know, like, if I was, like, not even had the slightest knowledge of FPV, if I see this little mechanical machine screaming through the fucking air, like, I wouldn't take my kid.
I mean, as an FPV pilot, seeing them makes me a little nervous.
No, but I'm
always on a little guard when someone's flying.
I seen him in my goggles, and I landed, disarmed, and walked over to him, and I was like, bro, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were walking here. He was like, oh no, I want to see what time they open. And I'm sitting there in the back of my head, and I'm like, dude, maybe like not take your kid out of the fucking car, like you see a remote control thing with 4 fucking shot props.
Well, dude, when we used to fly over. When we used to fly at Corona, we would set up a racetrack. So I'm like ripping, solid 80 miles an hour through the track. And then random people would just let their kids into the fucking AMA
crazy,
field.
dude.
And I remember one day I was ripping down the track and there's like a 5-year-old kid in the middle of my gate. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
He hit
like
the DVR on his headset.
and just crashed right into him. Fucking took him out. Took that kid out. Fuck that kid. No, seriously, like, dude, I went the fuck off. I was like, yo, get your kid off our fucking racetrack. Like, what the fuck what is wrong with you?
People are retarded, bro.
Like,
I'm telling you.
Like, have you ever gotten an injury from a drone?
Oh yeah, I've cut myself a few times with my drones.
First time, that's when you realize.
Go. You gotta plow over them, 608.
Like, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot to like nick you. It takes like the corner end of the blades is like where is the most fucking the worst part. Like it'll slice you fucking right open.
Oh, dude, they're
It's not
spinning.
when they hit you inside. It's the outside corners is where it will slice.
They're
you
spinning just underneath the speed of sound. You know what I mean? If they hit you, they're gonna cut you. That's just the way it is. I've literally opened myself up with a 2-inch quad. You know.
Anytime I plug in my fucking quad while I'm sitting in my car, because I fly in my car a lot, it's always like fucking being in the car with a wild animal that could possibly and most likely will attack you at any moment.
And you ever accidentally had to like your beeper on and you like plug in like a fucking 7-inch in your car like right before you're ready to put it out and like it starts beeping and you fucking almost jump out of your car? Because I have, dude. Like I almost shit my pants one time. I'm like I thought it was like the prop, I'm holding it and the prop stopped moving. And it's like,
dude, I'll tell you what, Spagoo, we were just talking about that I don't know if it was last week or the week before, that I'm still scared to plug in my quads, bro. You know, me and Greg were talking
it's
about
a live hand grenade. That's what you got to treat like.
It's story, But every single time I plug in, I'm like, all right, okay. Beeps.
Yeah,
good.
anytime I fucking arm a new quad or fucking test one,
pays the parent.
I fucking set my quad on my porch. I have an enclosed porch that's separate from my house, so I get behind my fucking door and I'll look at it and I'll fucking hover that shit and fucking because like I can't afford that fucking thing to I can't afford to have it take off into the air and land on someone's fucking roof or some shit because I've had builds that I'm testing before just randomly take off and then fucking land on my roof. I'm like, all right,
bro,
it's never doing that again. So
when I lived it,
on my porch, standing behind a door,
when I first started building, it used to happen to me more than not. Because props or motor orientation or
something,
flight controller orientation, it was always something that was a basic fix that you overlook.
Bro, I had 4 motor bolt holes in my ceiling in New York City. You can look up, and it was just like the imprint of a quad. It literally looked like a fucking imprint.
It's just a metal enclosed porch. I might break the quad, but
that's funny.
Flyaways are good, but like when you don't have the motor orientation right, dude, like this shit
flips out
really erratic,
bro.
especially on high speed.
When you fucking do that on a 10-inch, you put a prop on backwards. Shit is fucking.
Those get stuck in the mud, but like 5-inch will like flick across the fucking yard like at like.
Oh yeah, it'll come get you. That's why I stand by the door.
I'm not behind shit.
Yo, well, I mean that's why I'm always like I don't give a fuck. It could be a 5-inch, it could be a 7-inch. It doesn't matter. If you put your quad right next to me and take off, I'm gonna probably have an issue with you because that's bullshit. Like you put that shit over there, bro. Like what are you doing? Like
the thing is that people take so much faith and put so much trust in their builds. And the truth is, at any fucking
any one of them can
time,
fuck up. It fucking Floyd Bennett. Yeah.
That was a girl I know's boyfriend. Yeah.
That was the son of the president of the AMA in New York City.
Crazy.
Yeah, that shit was it. That shit was ill, bro. Like, I used to fly helis, and it's a flying lawnmower. There's no other way to classify it. It's like a flying lawnmower with no deck to protect you from anything. Like, if you hit yourself, you're fucked.
Nah, you hit yourself with a fucking heli, dude. You're going to the hospitle. I don't care how you hit yourself. You're lucky if you make it that far. You may be going.
I mean, once it's throttled up, it's just like anything. Like with the 10-inch rigs. Like if I arm a 10-inch rig and I have my hand in the prop line, the motor will probably stall and then probably pop the ESC. If that motor is spun up, I'm going to the hospital.
Yeah, if the motor's spun up, you're getting a fucking limb replacement. You need a new finger.
Buddy?
You know? What happened?
Switch.
Nothing.
I'm gonna watch the replay.
We're just gonna.
You might
All right, we got to get the fuck out of here. Sorry.
Sounds like I had enough.
I've had enough of your shit.
I'm trying to add this to delay.
Well, with that being said, let me say, guys, I'm sorry I was late. Spagoo, especially that you're on. I apologize for being late. I fell asleep.
All good, brother.
But I had a great time tonight, man. It was good laughs, good times, good stories, and you know, that's pretty much all I have to say about it.
Yeah, we'll do it again next week probably, and then I'm gonna be in Boston for a couple days. I don't know how long or how much time I'll have available, but I'll be in Boston for a couple days, and I'm gonna be out for like 2 weeks.
Old Gravy Leg. Oh, you're gonna be doing your work, you know, right?
Yeah, I'm going out with. I'll be at Vindaloo Music, which is where Aerosmith is based out of.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck, marry, or kill Aerosmith.
Bro, Steven's out of his mind. His nickname is Crazy Pants.
That's not an answer.
Actually, it was his birthday. 75 years old, bro. Steven's fucking. I'm not actually working for Steven in this particular scenario, but
he's looked like he's 75 for the last 35 years.
Aerosmith's been fucking touring for 50 years, bro. Like that's insane.
I'm only kidding. I love Aerosmith, dude. That's
fucking. It's
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame right there. You can't fuck
Yeah.
around, you know.
But
True
yeah,
story.
Vindaloo's based out of Boston. They're a Boston band, so they're based out of Boston. So I'm gonna be out for a couple weeks with Joe. So it'll be cool.
That's pretty cool, dude. You get to work with some amazing people. It's a great job, you know.
I've worked with a lot of amazing people. I've been very blessed in the opportunities I've been given in that regard.
Before you go, and I know this is probably a very big mistake because I'm going to send you off on a fucking tangent. I know I am. But I remember you telling me that you worked with years ago. You went on the road, and the craziest person you ever went on the road with was who the fuck was it? It was such a random person, but you were telling me like it was the craziest time you ever had. You tell me.
I'm trying to remember now.
Just think about what you said.
Dude, I've worked with a lot of crazy bands.
The times when you were young, when you went on the road. I think you said it was.
Oh my god, they're fucking.
I think you said you were on the road with Ricky Martin, maybe.
No, I did it. I worked for Enrique back in the day.
Enrique Iglesias. Yeah. I think that's who you said it was. It was like crazy. I can't remember, but you went out. You were telling us a little about it one time. Like one of the least people you would expect to have the most fun with, you know, like you think would be just a straight shooter or whatever. But
I mean, I would say the craziest experience I had touring was probably with Duran Duran.
Duran, that was it.
Yeah.
Duran.
Because dude, I love Simon. Simon's the fucking shit. Like he's absolutely amazing. He's like, yeah, it's just amazing.
I don't think like
person
crazy,
to work with.
You know,
bro, those dudes are out. Bro, like I mean, oh my god, I can't say too much obviously, but when I started with Duran, it was like literally crazy from get go, and this was in the '90s, so it was things were still happening, partying was still going on, and that was the craziest tour I think I ever did. Like, to be honest.
It was definitely Duran. That's when you said that, I was like, Duran, really?
My favorite, and a lot of people wouldn't even know, but I was out in 2007 with Interpol, and at the time, one of the band members was dating Helena Christensen, who's she used to be an old swimsuit model. She was an older lady at this time, but beautiful. But bro, Helena Christensen was amazing. Like we would do the show. I would fucking take care of the stage. When the stage was done, I'd go backstage and and I'd have a glass of wine and a fucking something rolled up ready for me, dude. Like she was just down like that, bro. And I'm just telling you, like it was cool. It was awesome. Fucking cool. Yeah, like it was one of the best experiences of my life, was being able to just go and hang out with fucking them after this, after the show and fucking chill.
That's cool. Yeah.
I mean, Duran was nuts. I fucking met Matt and Trey from South Park. You mentioned them earlier. I hung out and partied with those dudes one night in L.A., dude. It was fucking banana. That was nuts. Yeah, dude, it was nuts. And that was when, like, it was probably like season 2 of South Park. Like, you know what I mean? Like, back in the day.
On so many hits of acid, like you're legally insane. That's probably what happens to you after hanging out with them.
Fucking
legally insane after fucking 20 minutes in a closed
getting
room
banned on the stream.
That's awesome.
But yeah, man, like I said, I was blessed. I've done a lot of crazy gigs, and I got, like I said, 2 weeks I'll be out, so we won't stream for 2 weeks, and then yeah, I had a potential going to do Howard Stern, but I don't think it's gonna happen yet, or now anyway.
Cool. Well, on that note,
we should get out of here. It's 1. We love you. It is. Guys. Yeah, we're late. It is 1:14.
It's an awesome stream.
It was a good stream.
Spagoo, thanks for joining us, brother. We appreciate your time and hanging out with us, Ben, and fucking,
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good experience.
Yeah, it was awesome, dude. Good times.
Hey, man, thanks for coming.
Chat, we love you guys. You guys be safe. Fucking have some fun. Hopefully get some good footy and fucking make some cool shit. And we'll see you next week. And God knows what will happen.
Love you guys.
We love you guys. Bye. Fucking split ass. I could do a fucking split ass. Done a million times. I could do a fucking split ass. You pop out, and then roll. Then that is split ass. Fucking split ass. I could do a fucking split ass. You pop out, and then roll. I mean, pop it. You roll.
I don't buy into
then
whatever
you go in
bullshit you're saying.
to the shit. Powerly, blind, powerly, then, powerly, blind, then. I could do a fucking split ass. Roll, then. That is split ass. Fucking split ass. I could do a fucking split ass. You pop out, and then roll. I mean, pop it.
That's pretty much the only trick that I know.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, and you may find yourself in another part of the world, and you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile. You may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife. And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here?
You may ask yourself.
Letting the water hold me down, letting the days go by. Water flowing underground into the blue again after the money's gone. Once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. And you may ask yourself, how do I work this? And you may ask yourself, where is that large automobile? And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful house. And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful life. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again after the money's gone. Once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Same as it ever was. 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 Same as it ever was.
Quack.
Wednesday, my It is Wednesday, dudes.
Sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight.